Citizen Show. Stay with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yellow. Oh, yellow. 100.5.
Wa mabe aborna wum lahabal nyaxsum asibir dalat kurga yo point ne pergele nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah muni nyatin ban yabga ka borna yi wum ya to nyaxsum ko twe kane ban la akum nana Bobie Ansah ka wum lahabal suma tingban yabga nana Bobie Ansah muni nyatin ban yabga o twe kane o twe kan yarama o twe ne bjelba atia nyangunya nyo twegba onyelo mabia nana Bobie Ansah tingban yabga nyo
ebi didi ebi de komode wom
enfoni
Carlos ne Ansah ne Mustafa ne nkrofo masa da bia de atia de sen so mu di cast ho atrantwie twi ye ka atrantwie a etse ayi kinagate fo a omote si so a kyerese so okọ na wo ba kyerese cast ho de wo mo de ho aye okusie a wayi kyene no
Wa ba tele Accra FM. Yeah, your mommy.
ebi didi ebi de komode wom
enfoni
Carlos ne Ansah ne Mustafa ne nkrofo masa da bia de atia de sen so mu di cast ho atrantwie twi ye ka atrantwie a etse ayi kinagate fo a omote si so a kyerese so okọ na wo ba kyerese cast ho de wo mo de ho aye okusie a wayi kyene no
Wa ba tele Accra FM. Yeah, your mommy.
ebi didi ebi de komode wom
enfoni
Carlos ne Ansah ne Mustafa ne nkrofo masa da bia de atia de sen so mu di cast ho atrantwie twi ye ka atrantwie a etse ayi kinagate fo a omote si so a kyerese so okọ na wo ba kyerese cast ho de wo mo de ho aye okusie a wayi kyene no.
For those who are interested in warmongering, I want to tell them that their agenda will never see the light of day. Madam Speaker, let me say that Ghana will not die. Ghana will live. Ghana will live to give glory and thanks to our Maker and Creator, the Almighty God.
Now, there are two things that I know. Because remember, I'm in Nanako and that's watcher before Gabriel just Dakono, nephew, Ofiananso. Now, I used to support Akufo-Addo. So, what happened? Akufo-Addo, and I don't think I will support Akufo-Addo. And that, in fact, the opportunity of Mayor, Mama, Akufo-Addo, because he does not, he does not deserve the leadership of this great country. I can't entrust Ghana in the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. I can't sleep. It's not safe, and I believe that. Question. Will not sleep easy with Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. I mean, no, I will not sleep easy as a Ghanaian. More promote Nana Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. I can't, because I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. That's my opinion. If you want, I will repeat it. I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. That's my opinion. Nobody can sue any opinion. And you know that I hope Akufo-Addo and his men are listening. And they should mean Kofi Kumsin on and stop attacking others who I am supporting it. I'm supporting. They should take me on for my view.
Inkukuya kabang ade biara durafu ya wo frɛ na fu na nso ya asase durafu ya wo frɛ ne siw adenti efisa asase ne panyin opanyin ne hina opanyin ne Kwabena Bobie Ansah sasere kukuku da bi ochi mekwan no di nkampro obebare bia na wabebare daily graphic ne daily guide memunsam asai magana fu agye na kurum muntie agye ntetireki onam so wadoto nsura akorokraw gana fu se wubehia kwache wo kwanchen na obema wo achenchen ache wo kwanchen de ene yankako awrokwa chakra chenchen no ma wo ne yechen achenchen na se poto ni be poto kasa mafia na efi potofi nti gana fu ntie Bobie se obi abo ma waboni bi mu watu Bobie na obi so obesan abo obia boni bi na dan obobia gana fu beti aman yesem sempa Bobie wo ne gana fu nante ubiribiri wo ne won nante umpremprem mo nante ubiribiri nante umpremprem.
All right, so that's it. Friday afternoon. You're signing more share bio. Thank God it's Friday. Domo mo join you on Facebook. Yada say on YouTube. So yada mo nyina say na said ya no yagusua bodero de ma omanfo se ensa no dwuma ehia papa. Sua bibi. Say no your friend be home management. Enye baby ana say ye koto. O ka say obeto nkwada nan, we ka say wo fa baba ko abeka ho, say wa baba ko o su beto bibia. Debi. Enti semra ye di esi niema nkwada niema wo fie die. Uhunu ya eye. Enti ebi okura na enye se bia woni adwuma yo. Enti besua ne fa kwa ya adwuma no. O ya adwuma o bank, o ya adwuma o ha, na so asua, se die si semra ye parazone ye de ndia se wa be no fie yo ade kakra bi na ono ma ne ukunu ne oyere na mu yusu mu ade kakra so ahu aha usua se de si ye we eye ebe bo ne no so ateka ne so tuni se na otwi mi kodwum mi nkonkoto ye detergents bi ha me ho mi amaye ma ade ofie ye nti ne ye bo next ehun deru ade ama network for societal transformation e bese sanwa brabo ora France oche wa say odo benante eja ofa pacho keja tum
ofa me da sopa edi kan no ye betie for yesre said ye of edi kan the network for societal transformation ai chanity a friend nest ye ho asem e no asogusu a wotie na wie na juma ye dia ne se ye kyerɛkyerɛ enyume bi a onipa bi ya betimi aye bi e de aka adwuma a oye ho ye share program ya say in few dunum ni 15 years ni aya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ enema simple bi a onipa hie ska kɛse bi a ansa na wahyase enyuma aya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye no obi hia sɛ obenya machines bi a ansa na wahyase obi hia sɛ sebe obenya store bi ana office bi mpo ansa na wahyase project ye hyase ayemfaso ayenhyira amenipa bibre wo maimu bepato sɛ wotie me na ebia oye adwuma ope business bi akadwuma na oye ne ho a make am for network for societal transformation ayi charity a your friend and nest e de amount ene no baby wiase aduro no ye nhyeda nya adwuma baako sɛ obi tena se on one source of income a ya na tied ya ho kyerɛ ba kakra make am for network for societal transformation amount dwuma yi dia ne sɛ ye kyerɛkyerɛ nyuma bi a adwuma bi a oye no obetimi aye e de aka ho ena niema ya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye nso ebia na onhyeda mfa anye wadwuma betu besua obetimi aye ne fie na aboanye biribia na sebe ese tiska na ye kɔtɔ na bonten enyuma bi saa ene ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye ebi kra na utie me na oye housewife ene no oye adwuma tesen na onye bi kra me kanfo network for societal transformation e di amount nyame ya adoma ɔkyena ena program a yabɔ ho dawura no eba so kyena Saturday ya anopa 8 o'clock ya de kyena no esi hɔ a ye one day business and empowerment workshop dwumedi a ye kyerɛkyerɛ adwuma bi a oyɛ no obetimi ayɛ aka ho ebi mpa wo mfa nya adwuma badu besunyesua nioma simple bi a enjebre ayɛ kyerɛkyerɛ kwane a ye fa so ye no ayɛ nimpa sɛ ebetimi ayɛ mfaso de amawo ebusua ɔman ebetwa ɛso abadaache yesre ɔkyena ena program yi ebeba so ebia na utie me na mepacha wote kai mu kra na utia di kan fa ye number ya mede to do yansa yesre ebia na akɔ pension dwumadi a ɛba so kyena no fa ho hyɛ mu bi mepakyɛw ebetimi aboa paa ebi kora na sɛbe wapa dwuma kyɛ bibi nti onye bi nyɛyɛ wɔkyena dwumadi a ɛba so yi fa ho hyɛ mu bi na ebetimi aboa paa mepakyɛw fa yɛn number mede to dwa yi bomɔden afa number no ɛyɛ 0244 47 4093 0244 47 4093 0244 47 4093 Mepacho a network for societal transformation aye chanitia your friend and nest your ho asem na wutie said ye medi kan nyame adom ochena and a 1-day business and empowerment workshop yabo ho dawura no eba so ewo National Theatre ewa krahia aye programmer ya die si ho a enyume ya mede ebe tudwei ye be kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye no eye adwuma ena na adwuma bia ye adwuma ye nhyeda anya adwuma baako mesrɛ fa ho hyɛmu bi na ebetimi aboa daakye edi kan ye be kyerɛ kwan ye fa so prepare liquid soup eye adwuma pa efie bi ehia semina eye adwuma ene no ye nhyeda anya de baako eniema simple a enje bre ehia machine bia ehia skakasie bia nso ansana obi ahye emu bia ase ye be kyerɛ kwan ye fa so prepare hair shampoo, hair conditioner, setting lotion enyume ya mede tudwe nyame adom ochena eye ochena 11th February we no me ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan ye fa so ye no ewo National Theatre ewo Accra here National Theatre de anya yira kwan unyafo Accra Central ka National Theatre wo Novotel kwan no fa ho hyɛmu bi na ebetimi aboa daache ye be kyerɛ kwan ye fa so prepare styling gel nso odwumedie ase after wash eye adwuma ye be kyerɛ kwan ye fa so eye no eye practical workshop ye kyerɛkyerɛ sa enieme yi ekwan ye fa so eye no Aizal ye be kyerɛ sɛ de eye no thick parazone ye be kyerɛ ne ye fresh yogurt ye be kyerɛ kwan ye fa so eye no fluffy ice cream, cola drink, malt, communion wine, pizza, soya kebab, meat pie, cake, ring donuts enyume ya mede tudwe nyame adom ochena ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye no minimpa se bribi koso wadwenim ubisa ho se ebeda ne esua we nyina adakro yesre enioma ye kyerɛ ne na enje bre kra liquid soap some few minutes no aye wie shampoo enje bre styling gel setting lotion hair conditioner parazone fresh yogurt cola drink malt communion wine sa ne be nyina enje bre some few minutes na waye wie enunti ena ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye no ewo National Theatre nyame adoma ochena yesre ya sanso apɛ agrika nimdifo a omoba program yi ase abekyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eduemre mushrooms eye adwuma pa obekyerɛ kwan a ye fa so edua no obekyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye snails enwa catfish any tilapia obekyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye won honey ewo a ye die ya eno nso ye bekyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye no bar soap edi siniam ye bekyerɛ ne ye nyame adom ochena ewo National Theatre alata samuna gel emulsion paint washing powder banana bread car and motor tracking device ye bekyerɛ kwan a ye fa so install no biodigester ena ointment enyume ya media today nyame adom ochena we no me ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ye fa so eye no ewo National Theatre yesre program yi be hyase anopa 8 o'clock said MD kan ne ma ye kyerɛ ne yi enje bre kra minim se ubisa ho se program yi ehun hyehye te sen ehun sikasem te sen yesre said abo ho dawura no bibia nsesa ye registration ay 250 Ghana cedis 250 Ghana cedis first no a nke beka se 2.5 siketue bia nka ho bio bibia nka ho bio ay 250 Ghana cedis nemum ye mobile money nso in advance twen nyame yadom ochena nopa oba program yi ase ewo National Theatre now do sikaba a 250 oba program na sia na waba be register ewo dwumedie no ase hwa me pacho sign fa number ne bio a 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 yesre ye kyerɛkyerɛ nieme wie ensai ya said I videos kama ya di ato pen drive so a ya becha me nipa eba program na se chine nyina videos no ene me be kire ne ye nyina e liquid soap, shampoo, conditioner, setting lotion, styling gel, after wash, Izal, fake parazone, fresh yogurt, cola drink, fluffy ice cream, malt, communion wine, pizza, soya kebab, meat pie, cake, ring donuts, mushrooms, snails farming, catfish, any tilapia farming, honey, bar soup, alatasamana gel, emulsion paint, washing powder, banana bread, car and motor tracking device, biodigester, any ointment. Ya iwe numu nyina hu videos a ya di ato pen drive so be cha me nipa e be dwumedie no ase chena nyina mesrew ye nton e free ne nyina hye 250 cedis registration a o be dwumedie no ase chena we de be ba no emu bibia nka hu bio ya sanso ye hu books any certificates a ye be che amenipa e be dwumedie no ase nyina package we nyina ene ne e be kire ne nyina price ena ye 250 no siketue bia nka hu bio o ba na odiaba dwumedie no ase aba register ye be start program yi anopa 8 o'clock ye china anopa e wo National Theatre kai se ye practical training program a ye kire nyuma adwuma bi a oye no obetimi aye e dia ka ho obesuasua no amfa anya adwuma afi mpa wo trim 5 years 10 years eso betimi abamfaso e dia mabusua ene oman yesre o china anopa sebe oye housewife abra National Theatre besuasua niema bi ebia na oye adwuma pe ofra kan de oye ho yesre bra na besuasua bi ebi kura mpo a na wapadwuma che bibi nti onya bi nya ye bra bi ebia no akọ pension fa ho hyemu bi na daache obetimi atwa so aba ye kire wi a ye besan kire ba bi a woni ye ba program ibenya raw materials eye chemicals ahodo gallons containers ahodo ni nyina bi ato sadi adwumedie na chi no obi peso de na adwuma wetimi e de na adwuma ama emfaso abaso ekwane efaso register adwuma aban mu ni nyina ye be kire yenim se program yi emre wi no ebe ye nhira ebe ye mfaso ame nipa edu ho be hyemu nyina meje mu ama ofei me pa cho sign fa number no ebio eba so china no pa e wo National Theatre me pa cho fa number no mesrel eye 0244 47 4093 0244 47 4093 0244 474093 nyame bo ochina ye behwe manim e wo National Theatre anopa 8 o'clock ofa medase
thank you Uncle Francis Ochrini attending Canon Network for Societal Transformation nyame aduma ochina omudwumadie no ye nyina ye befa asie bi ti bomodi anse wo so betimi ede ho ahyemu ye da ase bebre. All right, so ya side mo hye bio baby bia wo bia no ene eye fiada bojaye citizen show powered by Accra FM Class Media Group CMG for short. Thank you Lena and so kwa we the pande people pap salada Eugene is here, Boss Yoda is here, Cephas is here. Tamale for Yami Adman next month and I say Yami Adman next month ye beba tamale. Pacha my yamfa de yamfa enyom non to form na yankasa. Enipa ne me kasa na all catch them say look Bobie Crawford companies especially one more free amanone ebaye. Bebrenua abobo omo eniema omo eko. Eye signal say ade no gifri obi ansem ade no ayete ho aye ka ne saa no a obi aye din obi aye kom no gifri obi ansem can oforiata ekufuado baomia omo destroy country no omo say woman no we eye reality muma ye ntiase o ya MPP ni kura ti asem wo yase ti ase say baby ade na du na critical Bobie adina dru no asemo ya ba say o mine say ya ye nyina ne ho betre ye that is the reason why look man trust say oh yeah no and I think we are we mebo Madam Sophia Kufu Abaso why ade o mi anani to be honest with you, she has earned my respect. And this is the way to go. Yes. My buying, my party. But wrong is wrong. You see, I can want some say. And we hear say, obviously me a neutral. What is the meaning of me a neutral? What is the meaning? In the face of injustice, it takes only a criminal to say, oh, you're neutral. We are neutral, say. Media menya politics, so media menya everything, your daily lives, and your policies are running on my way. Programs are running on my way, no. And your politicians and the trust no matter say whether MPP or NDC, they decide. And the asama babrani and kabia was media menya politics. On your politics say, at the end of the day, no, whatever it is, the negatives no, a benya effect on you, the positive benya the effect on. And yendi won't come on. Let's talk about it. Adia no say so. Also, adia there be a catch them say. Ushia any media practitioner, broadcaster be or catcher say me what do you call it? Me a neutral biano. Any part no a criminal. He's a criminal. Menka say ko support NDC and say ko support MPP. But at least at any point in time, so we look, we don't deserve this. We don't need this. From 2008, I made my stance clear on Akufo-Addo. From Asempa to that, look, on my way, no. Ghana do not, deserve Akufo-Addo. Anya Akufo-Addo. We don't, baby, a Ghana do not Anya Akufo-Addo. Ababa say no. You come and destroy the country and walk away. Satan and Crawford tear some I can I say. They thought say no joke. They thought say obi tie will be no. But the reality is that look, that man say kase onipa yo say for or say ade. And sometimes I tell people that and yet problem is said and yes MPP as a political party. Yes, we have nice guys in the MPP. Why? Yes, you may have your difficulties with him, but at least the Kufuor MPP we saw is far better than the MPP we are seeing now. Me one political party say see pa Kufuor MPP we and one fast watch no. Ade bi omo ye bia no, wodwene ho a won te ase. So when I heard about Sophia Kufu talking, I said, okay. So at least Onyansani Baku every party no mo, and she's doing the needful. When you sit on air, nakasa dia kenofriata ne ye no, abonsam just so you be our bonsam. What did penny atem? Asama ma meneka ye no so odidi obi atem. Look. But okay, let's lay a crab background now man so yeah baba businesses no work right. But I to forcing minority leader ne UPSC
today
this
Ghana has
issue
officially announced default of its external debt. That is what it means.
You know, we are
unfortunately
he said it long
ago.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, there's it. So you go to to forcing
of its external debt. That is what it means.
You know, we are
unfortunately
he said it long ago.
Yeah,
he said it.
Oh, there's it. So you go to
Yes, so Bobie, yes, good afternoon. Mechia will be yes. I same way the Ansah to forcing a bosso. But even apart from UPSA platform now original so eka same way. I think he's mentioned it in on several fora. I mean, original platform be so in most of his interviews omaya no waka same way. Not even only your friend is saying at forcing. I don't go name most of the minority members in the finance committee. Omaka sound same way, especially Adongo. Uti Adongo, no so taboso, Jinapo, John Jinapo Munina Boso. Members of the finance committee, no. Omaka sa haircut we ask them. But I said those days, Omoka, we have our colleagues from the other side, no, who is always disputed. But today it is so crystal clear. Anyway,
your friend say nanka but I tell for French me. I'm very sorry. I'm seeing a kitwebi into mon French. But Ansah to force in the casano. I could father Barry Batty said no, it will not happen.
Yes, said there will not be any haircut. No, in fact, I could father grab can it's in Crawford be brave and mounted. John Kumamu, they all mounted series of platforms. Everybody here said there is nothing of that sort that will happen. There is nothing like haircut to be a ABC. Antibiana.
Anyway,
we buy.
But your friend is a month for AD and Como. A month for and run nipa by a phone a friend me say almost at to two almost shops because of backward you see GR phone to a jai.
Yeah.
Was it taxes?
Yeah.
Was it GR phone to do a jai jumaye? And yadia obey be any shop view. A munia mano or so as a saco goofy on one ne mabedi. A sa na oto because who the entire as or cotton and shop no be better than a console. You know, one issue. Others normally make a sign, not to say, and Yama I ako basa. Yeah, Yama basa. So that is the reason why.
In fact, there are no crackers say tax no put there. If you are back on no akano. Because Bobie say apart from tax, no high cost of fuel. Say fuel boy cost. Omo ye juma request for example, meaning barbers. Omo salon like omo ye makeup nails and now most of them cannot even operate from omo shops.
Really?
Yes. Omo ye no home service. Weekend.
Why?
Yeah, because cost of because say wo basa obey uti ebo na obebon because ono so be increase. You understand? Omo be increase ECG say omo increase.
Yes.
You see omo increase.
Yes.
Nti wo ebia oba na o ka se watumu a o mpene o nti ase. Nti bebre a etum. Apart from even the cost of a utility being water and transport charges, which still leads to self fuel, we are Ansah import high import. Say Obamoton cars.
I hear say game afford the app, right?
Oh, that's a game there. Say last year ho baby ton.
No,
me friend be friend me. Glovo, sa Glovo app ya obeto aduane a odi. Me friend pa omo Ghana ha. Anche bia na last week ho baby na o ka chem say Charlie. Say your office no. Yeah, omo etuma maka ye nipa trepe.
Really?
Yes, omo etuma because doing business in Ghana.
I don't know ye.
Oh, say obeto aduane a Glovo app
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obeto aduane a sa app no. Say doing business in Ghana is so very higher. She say I no ka say we used to have a company you might even know your friend of Far East Mercantile. Omo they are into this they say omo running lean your friend say lean operation. Omo saki obi ama ka just few per enche bi ankra ansha se nema cost through say na ekoya omo close. Yes. I say me body no. Your friend is saying even Vodafone cry make say Vodafone for
yes Vodafone
is up for sale a company called Telecel. Eka so on beso monje. Now una better company looking good in the market and I say company better as
obviously so a company.
Exactly. Say I'm look say Airtel Tigo is still there. Obi ambeji anameboa. So obi ambeji abai na no so obi la. Na say Airtel Tigo is saying. You kind of saying there used to be this a company a food joint for Accra Mall and Amita those days Mita Koho a friend ender.
Mm-hmm.
They say Omo nyina omo jai.
Is it true sir Welma so echo?
Yes, Matipa. Mi amate.
Welma ko?
Yes, mi amate. In fact, there used to be another company be I find no Bata. Omo tompa boa shoes this first omo wo uko osu mall uko himfa omo. They say omo nyina fully up. They can only operate in Accra operate in Accra mall. Because the cost of
omo close omo other outlets. Wow.
Meanwhile, when you go to other countries, Bata was shop bibia mu uko Kenya bibia omo wo ho. So, one high cost of imports on yenema. O de kwaboso kan ye. Say last no na last meeting say you be interview no say Bobie oba hire to spa opekra Emma. I was listening. Shops are collapsing. Import duties, omo importing parts, omo importing cars, they say omo complaining. Ejuma na egu. Now apart from that charges, and no taxes needs anema na o kano. High cost of fuel. He say fuel boa ko na cost. High cost of energy, high cost of water. What you say? These are the issues, and it is very unfortunate. Say we are rather using COVID in Ukraine to, but it is in the same era so in the same era in Nyaska. In fact, even during COVID, tenwano, ukaya, yenya some $600 million. I think we had some $600 million from the World Bank or IMF or so to support us. Okay, and when the money came, it was shared. It was part of that money. Almost share yeti Sanargo MPB or yes. We during the COVID.
Obia send me. Hey, nyamutre go. Okay. Obia send me. Excellence nada. Also busy internet. Omatum.
Busy. Oh, I'm coming to you. Me fa all the time, but they are not
busy internet. So at least we
yes.
Notable companies. Yes. Say game, busy internet.
Yes, they folded up.
Welma, and yes. I hear say Whirlpool for also folded up.
Whirlpool they say I mean since last year how baby ton. I mean I since last year how baby ton.
Omo tutum low key
because doing business in the country is so expensive. You understand? It's so expensive. So I will not invest here again. I'd rather go and invest in an economy that is very good so that I'll keep lean operation here. Now me move
and
different economy.
I'm worried about a year or more shops and kitten no.
Yes. Omo na me say barbers. Omo ya baba. Omo ye nail omo say Bobie as an entrepreneur. She say there is no even fine. Let's even assume say you've made money to start your own business. The environment is not so conducive for business to thrive. That's the problem. Bobie, onya nkona uko say when you some space be a be shop. And I mean to say was it here or some different network? Odi see wa na AMF aba, TMF aba. Ba tax. As a small so how do you even start?
Madam we are testing me. I'll say Bobie, all the trucks in Gassem are parked.
They can't move. When last did you see Metro Mass? Minka so money who? But the Metro Mass, even government, how they are buying no crampo no. And there was a day Bernard Mona made some that was the day I buy later I went to Mankasabe Breno.
Yeah.
What he said was true. What they do is that they plan to make the government or public institutions make like Enye Juma. It's not working. Then they will go behind and buy it. Look at your friend saying Lapam. Look at Golden Tulip. You know Golden Tulip is no more Golden Tulip. It is now Lancaster. Lapam. Yes, Lapam. Yeah. You find saying Labadi needs uncle for you now. These are businesses. Nka are buying a was taking it through SNIT. Now all these businesses are going. They are going. So, these businesses you are mentioning say so. They are bojano. Obi ho e baba, obi ho e tailor, obi ho or your hairdresser, obi fuel ultimate talk. If I'm saying
okay, so Bob Little say we're closely in shops 5. Ne employees are now 28. We're more money now coffee.
Yes.
So 5 shops down, 28 employees.
Yes.
Off radar.
So the question is, omo kohin. Omo lay off. Say omo kohin. Me I no kasa we. I be kraba 13 employees. Now I have just 4 left. 4 penaka because the aka no so it's as and when I menya job be no maba. You understand? It's as and when I get some job, then I'll now say okay, let me bring the others.
Now was say.
Oh no, I'm 13.
And
I say 13. Say I'm just keeping about 5. And at 5, and I'm keeping them because I have contract with other companies. Almost the minimum contract. Your contract BBC. Somebody must be there. Yes, I'll breach SLA. But so it means that they have to fend for themselves wherever they are until we get
Tony Breeze said his brother works with a water company, but for some time now, over 500 employees have been laid off. 500. I don't believe.
Oh, but even the mining, say
no, I
when put the yanka mining home, yanka mining honey. We are just talking about just boja. Now me put the boja I am main issue. Bobie, in fact, at this point, don't dispute any number. Charlie, it's not easy. And yeah, easy cry. It's not easy. And now, yantu ya boa, banks, insurance companies, savings and loans, microfinance, whatever, will follow suit. Because even as we speak, commercial bank, commercial bank, buying what stake, omo bonds, omo sika ko lock up in bonds. Bank of Ghana cry sika ko lock up in sa bonds, sa DD omo yi. Yes. Into insurance company. What anti insurance for so omo sika omo nko di anusa ko lock it. So when it gets there and they tell you that, look, you know what, because of what is happening, we may not have money. Not even insurance company, banks, microfinance. They should expect
so the
some job losses.
The point is now, government now your announcement say from January of this year, on to me, what do you call it? Employee.
On
to me in Fenipa. Okay. Then going forward, no, the same government created difficulties.
Yeah.
Say Emma businesses.
Yeah.
Ama businesses into me
engineer. Yes.
So amount for you among crop for Eddie.
Yes.
Into what want me employ a private sector also omu yin crop for Eddie.
Because egu
into amount for banner bopation.
Yes.
Would I do just say this is the reason why the youth are seriously into the galamsey business?
Of course. And day in, day out, Nipansu, you will graduate every poly, graduate every university, graduate every teacher training.
Ban or mobile.
So the only way out now, is for the government to be very disciplined. Share. All public institutions are almost 60. I want contract. At least. Say, for example, let's take any public institution, like for example, Ghana Standard Authority. Oko ho no mo a. Omo 60, omo ye 8. Masa munyi na munko fie na fresh ones mbra. So uko a different company a one mbru system mu 10 munko na fresh. That's the only way we can give way to the younger ones.
No, but almost got 3 fia. Sir,
no, but they have seen it all. Sister, yes, you've seen it all. What am I so? Now one kwa na fresh one on over there. My sister, yes. Ebi a ma o show. Who businesses be, or you can even go as a consultant so that we will be coming to you.
Government in the base. There is no money.
But there's no money. We are still appointing new ministers. Minister of State in the Office of Local Government Minister. Meanwhile, we have a substantive local government minister. And once you are a minister, see, it is under this government we had Minister of State in the Office of the Senior Minister.
Oh,
you can Google it.
But Kabio.
Minister of State in the Office of the Senior Minister. And once you are a Minister of State. Oh, in the Office of the Senior Minister. 2021 was Ahina. You know he's now Senior Presidential Advisor. Why he was the Senior Minister? There was a minister assigned to his office. You can Google it. And I've mentioned her name, Katrina Feku.
Na akwa bi wa apetition ba o mampon ye friend Timalo na okona obusa over to say o say bomb 2 shots na also apetition so di gu anum anya better
no
na o di gu anum na o ka anum siso a ojiwa so say hey utribu yo do utribu yo do
Yes. Exactly.
Minister of State
in the Office of the senior minister. Now senior minister nankasa ne pose the JD then. Must assign a minister to his office. Say no. And once you are made a minister of state, it comes with that cloud. You know, you are giving this, you are giving that, you are giving that. But do we really need that?
Yes. Minister
of state in the office, at the presidency in charge of local government. But we already have Dambutre.
Obia sent me a message this year. I'll say he's a farmer.
Yes.
And when a farmer no or 29 or do a juma. Say well you 21 Eddie. Because on to mean tough fertilizer, we decide cutlasses, petrol, Nina bo ekosro. And Onyamfa Sobia.
I forgot to mention the poultry industry when I was even mentioning of companies are collapsing. Poultry industries will be collapsing because they can't import or import a feed for for the birds.
James Coffey say Oba a Dura plaster. Almost sake Ghanaians ni bebre.
Yes, so that's them a heavy industrial area honwa. Dura plus name them sa companies because it's fuel. Oh, sa area how the heavy industrial area oh. Aye fuel nkwa na area juma TNT Bobie for Accra them. So the cost of doing business in Ghana like I said no is very very expensive. It's very expensive. People in fact those in farming, poultry, me catch your poultry business they go. In fact, people have turned poultry houses, no, so poultry dying, no. Turning into doing something else. Because they can't import feed. Obviously, feed the boy they can't import. Import it into say
bro boy
then. That's why planning for food and jobs still. Still I also could be president. Scanning your year. We've done that job several times here. PFG.
Yes.
You understand? So as for Ejuma the Egube and more apart from Ejuma say Beguno, there are going to be job losses.
My name Victor Mapon J, one chairman Ghana National Association of Poultry Farmers.
Good.
Chairman, ma. Boko the offer. Akadiaka. Mina nebi ewo Asante Mampo. Wase Bolgane di obeko na Tangano. Tangano. Wafa Patrick yafo enana me ready bibi na me copy so say afi de ayaye kakra. Entini ase bebusa say say ne sitie yesi mo nkrofo bi omo tutu ano mo tutu omo farms mu eya no kre.
Yo, that's the brave Bobie na mintia for so na enya tutu ne tutu kwa enema poultry farmers FMU sabre no anodin omo gina court enam eka japadia omo pegu ha so say no yenim bi because human up just a minute poultry farmers na obie no ha make us say owo afoto na so what me bia nke asem arehu yi pa
na dia course ne dia
yo so e cash poultry so be kada titi no na ye 24 cash the owe book na wa akoko poultry ni na is about feed na ye de ma enkoko no na ye can feed that the poultry no what's the dark of aboa ne say well over 15 it's the name out here as a story nya de man and na poultry na akoko na akoko na ba no it's for a purpose say either say obetu kusiama o ana say ubeye no na di na table make your friend broiler no basically you were chronic types no be but the the layer and the broiler the all kusia any fitana ye di table no and to achieve that purpose no so ma akoko ba na wakofa no so the beboa ama wetimi anya ono so atimi ama de uhia no aye kusia betu no na bia ni die no basically a bro and a dimaputinipa. Social formulation na edema lay and a boil and na. A broom between 55 to 65%. Into a brood that is in my unique answer a bruisem. I'm saying before planting for food and jobs, now you brown 50 kilo, no, you're not 50 cities. Until you start PFJ, behind him, so, oh, so they are buying any alcohol or boy a brew for Nispia for no, the Bema again in the Boaba form. Say, the who answer a bono, my I say, not a start every across 65, not about 100. I mean, no, I say, a broken the same 50 kilo now. Near 26 cities. 250 Ghana cities.
I say 250.
250 Ghana cities.
Why you?
Okay,
over 50 kilo no, my hunu say atam ema anase atam efa.
50 kilo near one fertilizer bottle white.
I
don't need 50 kilo weight, you know.
Enti na ya no 50 Ghana cedis.
Na ya 50 Ghana cedis.
Ansah no mo be PFJ no.
PFJ no.
So you fan say 2015, 16, 17.
No, 15 was 50 cedis. So, Bruno na a woman a border cost no there. But not to that margin. A career a 100 cedis no. The Bomodi and I couldn't have president to catch it. Maybe a Bruno could do 100 cities. Yeah, won't be that.
Oh, Moko president when you are born money.
Yeah, because any ministry no can be you put the echo, Bono Kwan echo. I'm a president and 2 ministers and of trade and food and agriculture.
Yeah.
I know catch and say, well, you're concerned about the poultry. It's a moment and some Yabekano. On bet me the name of Kwemu, Ama. And you must 2 years na poultry let me across. You get by because it's a president in ministers are cast. Lo and behold, if we answer 200 and a year 250. Now soya beans was then about 150 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
They say me no can say the same 50 kilo weight of soya beans, you know, over 500 Ghana cedis. Na the man we hopra ye wheat brana nenka kaneno obian fanyi anya hwia na ye wheat any who say the frank kwaduane a eboayen. It was 15 cities 15 for 25 kilos. To say 400 cities. 55 to 90 cities now. And you can start talking about na feed cost no every over 300%.
And
they were Odema Akukono, we are dying to feed cost, won't be ticker.
And the over there, young father say, poultry farmer back home. What me employ nipa bed do say?
It depended in Kukona or no.
What the minimum?
That means say big farmers big to me employ 600 workers.
600.
Now, a bit to me, big farmers, a bit to me employs 600.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Farm can say about about 600 workers.
I see. Good.
So, I mean, I say over 80% 40 farms need the in.
And the young father say, and Kwabena 500 there, or coffee from that company no awokano.
500 crab. The same workers meaning 50 crab.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Situation is very bad.
Jesus Christ.
80% na make us
yeah.
Yes, and it is too. Obi ana nkukoye 150 the capacity 150,000. You know, because I got 20,000.
I got 20,000.
Obi the 300,000. I got 50,000. And the other you said and it be no more.
Yeah. Of assembly home.
Assembly kind of I know they na affair say 40 farmers ye be come up for because at the way no and then you started say
no over more could do president or Krankusiaga. Is happen. Asemo. Anyway, yeah, because Swana over J ya Pemsubia Biana because Nkoma Yedina no we are looking at a business environment at your Ghana. Unim say na obi ka chem say a busy internet for to omo eniem ko game more say eja apra o de won ko ba bia yesi game omo so atotum ko yesi wo ma for so close down omo ko any other even a binum cross shops omo to omo shops mu because they all koto entimi they all ton so nyobi amanento. Then mama bia no ne make say ne o say ono ne shop Accra Central watum because GR4 anopa as omo ne eya adwuma omo dware ya ne office wo kenkan omo te ne kon so saa kopim no nsia obeto ne shop mu enti watutum.
Yes, me know ka say the business environment is very critical.
Too bad. I'm trying to view. But Leslie, yeah. So
it confirms what I was saying. So you see, I wanted you to even ask him. Say no. A car more body see on infrastructure. Dan is almost the ending. And also I double no. Okay, so try. And also somebody a day. I got double a car because the room or the structure was purposely built to house the beds. They say beds in the hotel. Because you can't be still maintaining that facility. Abra, emphasis Kabram, Kabia, bro. That question who hear me, pa. But you see, what he said confirms what we were just discussing. This is even poetry.
Wasaba over Jekafra. Etekoe. Na me person me busa last ye be say. Enti farmers no say. Omo adwuma no gusa. Infrastructure na omo de yeden.
Infrastructure what the tears very ye the school ye it is na emwa every na obekoti miani na answer
oh
na tankanta na ebo no so itu anye ya ayi omo mutu condemn no mutu be so anaju no mutu tankanta ni na akọ na je say farm na condemn
when so atewo
yeah. Now, my we came on say, they say Ghana and a champion, African continental trade, free trade area. It means to say, in the next couple of months, Africa has be able to be the product to be able to Ghana ha, wa bra, any tax be no tariff.
Hey.
Oh, yes. Sanitary.
Starting Rebe.
Oh, my own meeting, baby. I get that. I'm the headquarters of the crowd Ghana has it. So
which means after the foreigners no anymore be compete pa.
Yeah, we are brave soon because Obia, they call Morocco. Morocco for produce broilers, 9 million broilers every week. Every week. Ghana 2019, you can say, railing for food and jobs. Now, you be producing 40,000 metric tons of chicken. From that time to now, you produce 1,000 metric tons of butter. It means you say Morocco for Edman or more yellow. They say almost maybe a ton. They can bring them here. What we even see the coin because almost cost of very, very cheap. Between the yes, your production cost is very high. So the bar of a tony dear were hard. Give a bar and a gun and me who can't talk about the beer to bar and see a fresh. Young told you. Ain't the gun and you many nine years to do. Nkaya be say no. Nanki abua say companies, manufacturing companies in no. Yebebua ama omajuma peja. Usha electricity yedi juma. And unquote secure about 30% of the production.
Yeah.
Boarding. So, indeed, we are sitting on a time bomb. I'm not the country.
Anyway, over Accra Family Citizen Show, that's here.
You miss me the mercy.
Yo, Leslie, I didn't know better. Abu the way say the situation is very, very bad. The fuel issue is making drivers running at low cost, a lost cost of fuel. And it seems like since here now be a testament saying now Uchika wa pack esiwo.
Yeah, wa pack.
Was one or two susu or the toll tax no.
Yeah.
But or share maintenance. Yeah, onya ehusika into a pack esiwo.
And we are even leaving out private schools. Baby, are close it down. Let's not forget. Private schools, baby, are close it down.
Where?
Bobie.
No, I want to know.
Oh, the Unima, Opa, sir, conference, everyone is saying private school, you know, they have, they have a poultry farmers. We can call them. Just call at random. Schools will close it down because.
I say, Obia send me say, Regal Print. Omoye, printing press. Regal Print. It's one of the biggest, almost so close it down.
Printing there meaning about 2 are close it down or Newtown. Say omo hub.
Yeah.
2 close it down. Meaning 2 because of high cost of power. Oma close it. That's number 1. And number 2, power fluctuation ya ta home pa oma close it.
I see.
Yes, meaning 2 companies were Accra Newtown. Oma close it. But coming back to this poultry one.
Now what schools na say
private schools no. Ebi to me. School be na say way. I don't know. Say who share the way bills need be triple because these private schools are on their own. Even during the COVID time, they came together to government say abayin boy.
And it's a school back home. Be a private school back home. A bit me for employers be over 100.
Yes, because teachers, aside the teachers, don't forget we have non-teaching staff. Cleaners, you know, so we have teaching and non-teaching staff. And I have administrators. Exactly. Boom. But I'll be very happy if you can pick up that private schools. Maybe one day.
No, what can tell me?
Yes. Yes. And transport owners. Say true driver. Ever is a man of the same.
Yabema.
I don't know. You can. The travel business is baby a packet. Baby packet. Because I quite say you are breaking even. If you run at a loss. So break even. But if I say you put 20 cities, you are getting 20 cities. I don't put there. But if you run at a loss. And you manage there, and the factors are what I've told you. High fuel, tax, power, insure. Just all these things play a role.
Boys now, I'm a boys no do more armed robbery mupa.
And it's very bad.
Okay, so Madam for Doctor Bia sending me see I was say, or candidate to confirm what you are saying.
Yes.
Punk Secondary School, or Bodriase. A private senior high school. Yeah. They have closed it down.
Yes. Or nobody or can't senior high. After the junior high, primary, basic. After the basic ones, they're uncountable. And you can get what I'm telling you from the president of private schools. Then the Amo Association. You can confirm if they are listening. Some of them can still call in and confirm to you. You let them mention the name of their schools. This is how bad it has gotten to. You understand? So if we are going through this as a country, and Abansi on Yehe, not still, appointing ministers, now say, that is, we'll call a year obey there. Then it means that, and some Timamofone cano, form serious. Instead of rather cutting down the size of your government, you are still adding more. Some ministries have 2 deputies. There are no more yet. Every ministry has a chief director. So do away with the deputies. Have your minister. Only who are chief director should be able to act. You see, we don't need this government way, heavy government machinery in this time. We don't need it. When you go to Nigeria,
no, but okay, what do we?
So we call Nigeria won't. Ebeye din say ubehu say foreign rice about Nigeria. It's not like you cannot import. It's not like you cannot import. Okay. But a border that's no. You end up just eating the local rice like that. It is a way of promoting their own.
So
what I'm trying to say is that what I'm just trying to say is that let us promote. Ebiana say poultry because of feed. Say now if I buy my PFJ no se ka o de pompi gumu say I'm pam PFJ I'm doing
it so one come on we sika no
I know
he's a criminal.
Yes, and this a money a brony san nanka grow from ya import here. I mean, oh my, like Ghana, you are still importing snail. You are importing tomato from Burkina. You are importing jenne, sanema. Oko Accra Mola, jenne tomatoes, bidie. You know they sell charcoal. You know they sell it. No, it is packaged. They sell it. They sell tomatoes, jenne. These are things that So that is how bad the economy is now.
Issa Malik say, Commander, just check on Nalem clothing. Find out how they are doing, and it will shock you. You know Nalem?
I've heard of it before.
Oh, Nalem. Maybe na me pe omontare shepa.
Quality one.
Oh yeah, they have nice linen styles
and
it's nice. And
the other important issue is say
for me to hear say Nalem.
Call down one. Yes. One other thing to say. I'm closing my shop and I'm closing my salon, my barbering shop because I cannot operate. I'm online. So now digital media, online, marketing, and also telco see data boa kosro.
As far as I can, Anthony Okumo, there used to be this private school at Dome CFC Estate.
I know CFC Estate.
Near Snit Flat, around town.
Market, I know CFC.
Also closed down.
Yes.
School no to.
Yes.
And now they are using the place, building residential houses there.
Yes. And this is just a crowd. Where a crowd? Where just a crowd? A crowd.
Yeah. Called districts.
Yeah, called districts. Where a crowd?
Excellency Nada say there is a school at Enya N1, Enya NIC Liberty, closed down. Omatutum. I see. So another one says Kingdom Hope International School at Ofanko Barrier has been closed down since 2021.
And this is Accra and Pony because they cannot cope. Because say for a brokosro, Bibia Boko tax brokosro now can say, okay, I am passing it off or I'm passing it on to the student. And the parents will tell you, unfortunately, I cannot cope. So I can't.
So which means everybody destroy everything.
Maybe
destroy
there is no sector. As I say, I ain't say yet. There is no sector. Me say I ban a physical say be a shop. Won't mean to your rent. Won't mean okay. Let me go and do digital marketing and online marketing. And also say, me name say when you have message from telco say data book cost no. Even data, the data to even do your own business. Data to do your own adverts on Facebook, on Instagram, social media in general, is so expensive. It's so expensive. So the issue is an end-to-end affair. And there is no sector. Obeka say may sector where they are exempted. All the sectors, be it education, be it health, be it aviation, be it agric, lands. Just say, and we have ministers, deputy ministers, 2 each. Omunyina wo V8, saloon cars, house helps. That is how bad the situation is. That's how bad the situation is. You have 2 deputy finance ministers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yafan say bakwe we o de yafan say mo isu bako as a scapegoat and amapamono. Mo anamasati and amapamono. They say Aka finance minister and his 2 deputy ministers. If you want to elevate her, I mean, if you want to get a different one to replace the one you sacked her, just elevate one of the deputy ministers so that you have 2 finance ministers and 1 deputy. Why do you still want to have 2 finance ministers and 2 deputy ministers and a chief director? So these are the issues. We don't need this heavy government machinery. We don't need it. We don't need it. And as a obianti. Well, me, I always say that I think God has told Akufo-Addo say after 2024, if you ask me, maybe some will be a cash and say,
but Akufo-Addo no in opposition on it. Kwame Sefa kind of quiet interview, no, and yes, you are born to them, but yeah, Akufo-Addo Kasafa say
half of that is the working population of Ghana, some 12-13 million, not 600,000. You don't know for when you did. When Uncle say, I'm crunch marketing, kitchen, when you know, and who can't boom more, a Ghana is sick as some. And it's all quaint beer, which me a man abandoned says, Uncle Fwing in Abinya, who didn't room, Kubia, in the bedroom manner. And then I'll bet you me a sick as some, so, I want dear Bemuma, a Juman switch me up. Titu, Ghana says, say, dear way. May they have me, pa. Any Juma in the home I am. Consano a coso sa me nka se me baba ye Jeremiah abaka se bibi da ma bibi fun betumi asi wo da bi me mpesa me esa nenso so no se wa hwe wi ase abako ho asema wonim se man bi wo ho ekro bi wo ho a adwuma nim ema ye mabru a kaniki asembeto so man da ma bi. Their friend of Arab Spring. Arab Spring. Started with Tunisia. Young boy, I think 23-year-old boy. Awako school. Enya degree. I say. Unye Juma. And one day in protest on Washington. Can you imagine the level of desperation involved in Nipa? So I bet say. I said, we are singing a basa. Unni das will be a beer be a mouth. It's or show at the Kansam at your mouth. There no buyer no air to say a jar or Tunisia because now for baby it is on. If I want a war, Memus at time into you, Hunisa, and so now for it is on the door, so Papa, I wouldn't answer his say, hey. When all kinds of mama and here so near associate and no, and if you here, the man North Africa, this Arab Spring no buy. Until everyone say, Mama and here so near associate and no, and if you here, the man North Africa, this Arab Spring no buy. Until everyone say,
okay, so. Leslie, yeah, this is Akufo-Addo. A quick one on your YouTube. Yeah, what say? I'm not sure Akufo-Addo. Okay, so although I just was maybe added the demon because what's the casa we now had the question now? You ask yourself so many questions. Yeah. Like, okay, Bismarck and Kansas say honestly, Ghana is in retrogression, but this government would never admit it because you have people who defend them. Now I understand why Mugabe ruled for many years in Zimbabwe. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what's in YouTube was it Kakrabeko Biara Kakrabeko ni Nuatene Yabeto Samia. No cresse Bobie. The situation is a dial one. Trust me. Good boy on YouTube says after 2024, I think all the criminals should be sent to the newly built Edra prison. Wallahi. Okay, so I have other comments on your Facebook page. Yeah. On your Facebook page, Tommy says, look, Bobie, Akufo-Addo and his guys are criminals. Simple. They are criminals. Okay. Then you have Tanko Mohammed. Bobie, please check Takrade Chapel Hill School. Osiagu. They have closed down. Hey, and Neman Crawford.
Now we are going outside Accra.
Takrade Sky. Okay, so let me check on this one. I just saw Sky PC Emmanuel Preparatory School beside Dakuman Police Station. Oma close it down. Yeah, Oma close it down. So it's sad. Tim Tommy, we have Donald Kuma. I don't know.
Unfortunately, I buying private schools in any way. Okay, I buying omo. Inti no. Omo ana eja. Omo inti. Say ukura no utuya. Akora work class 5 school fees are 4,000, 5,000. Meanwhile, this is even university fees we cry a semester crying do we. Unfortunately, I buy omo.
So the records can cry what has say looking at unemployment rate in the second quarter of 2022, which means around a year June, July. Na Ghana, that's a year Ghana Sascal Services. Ghana a year 13.9%. 13.9%. I don't know. Senkebenya 2021. Check on 2021.
I said check it. What's up?
Okay, all right. So 13.9 2022 and
20 or 21 number 4.0 4.7 something thereabouts. Which is very high.
2020.
Yes, 21. 2020 4.65. 2021 4.70.
Unemployment rate.
Yes.
And I jump 13.9
in which
2022.
So let me check for 2022.
2022 ni.
And I no.
Yeah, this is 2022.
So that is very, very high to the extreme.
Okay, but what check it 2016? What check it 2016? Because 2016 and now Akufo-Addo catch say your friend is Arab Spring.
2016 unemployment rate 5.53%.
Okay.
5.53.
Okay. And that time no Ojiri say will be a shed on the cancer.
Yes, 5.53. And from 2017 economic eba inti and I'm say inti as it stands now and I'm 4.7. That this is 2021. And 2022 then I'm say oh boy.
The 2022 second quarter near was 13.9.
Yes.
13 points.
Yes. Inti say no all these indicators to inflation ni you see affect a effect on prices of commodities on the market, food stuff. Okay. Baby fuel, energy, gas, baby. Okay, but adia any problem they say over free abine into Bobie me one thing. Me ko programmer yebeka say oh we MPP ni and obe kasama. Me I don't have that me ni sabutreno. I don't want to be on show with somebody who wants to speak for the government unless the person is very objective, so that we'll do an objective discussion. Because adewe making a red chinchina person can say blue because you are paid for that. I don't like that. Me this treno because it's say the way our mind corner obe try say obe policy adebia enya say on policy obe kra o masa na ube fu na
so unemployment no Jomama Jao with 5.53 and 6 years now we are doing 13.1. 13.1. Yeah. Almost 3 times of baby Jomama Ejao.
But so now the question is what accounted for that? Why this figure now? Why now? You can't tell me Ukraine and Russia because yes, COVID almost sika na yenya no. Say also be kwatamale. O kwatamale. You see, I'm saying that during the COVID, there was some $600 million or Ghana cedis or so money that was given. Echo MBSSI. Say omfam supporting businesses are good because of COVID. Yeah. Sa sika no mo bi na. Sa sanarugu MP. Yes, why you go tamale? This thing will come up.
So, but there's also be a Golden Gate Senior High School in Shama or Matum. Now, Joseph was a Tadi Chapel Hill School. Was one of the best schools in Takrade. It has produced, ministers, MPs, and all that. And it's sad that they have closed the school down. Nia Ado Benjamin says, I'm watching you live from Achimma Kosu in Etiwa. MPP never again. All right, so I am so schools need the amount for the
schools need almost almost be
about for bad.
Honest, no case almost be manual catch wa bebre. I'm sure they will cry on your show because it's so bad.
Yeah. Konya man for they send him maybe just say me production team not na
yes
your farm plan.
Na mo school who be pa.
Yeah, because schools need the see on my phone can have about 10.
Yes.
10
yes.
different friends 10 and for they are sending me or much me say I don't know I Pascal. Anyway, so the point is we are talking about a year employment. Now I'm for nyuma egu nti ama unemployment na ekosro business environment nenye buy no use so many kind of mechanisms just to destroy man for businesses. Then beyond that, you have them competing with a year, even more because look at a year a day we almost say, yes, I buy so also cover bank in the board there, Aberton,
ministry,
and they are competing with market women. Instead, so be near me yaman crofo one to the same government now is competing with even oil marketing companies. Say a BDCs, you must be ye, and you may more coffee near Siako Faba.
OMCs no, and then Ansah also almost issue some statements be, and they are very almost happy with gold for oil agreement where I buy at all.
Yeah,
almost happy. Maybe when you're done, Kanamoa.
Yeah. Oh no, you didn't come several times. Say Omunde Baba say business.
Yes.
So they are destroying, collapsing amount for businesses just like that.
Yes.
That is what they are doing.
Yes.
So there is a Kufado in 2016. Now it says when unemployment rate was like 5.5 something. Or say on Mompa is a baby form and today we are doing around say 13 13.6 13.9 amount for close to more even shops Chromaton biscuit near the amount for close to shops amount for close to hotels and the information we produce at the Bremen was the Greater Accra and Kwan one hotel association for the penny was me and hotels me and to 2 money so it tells you say at the end of time. All right, Leslie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
On your opinion. And Medamuina say, my men confer callers, your opinion. What do you say the current situation is 0302208090. Ye didn't come here near Ba, near no Swababa, but didn't come your opinion. And I think young Conco Fire first caller on the line. Hello.
Kwabena.
Mpacho France of free.
Kwabena, we need to equally as
okay, all right. Mpacho Yanko.
Your commander, Yanko Shira, Mapa, Bomo, Mangana. Commander, my boss, or Pamba, Yamo, Sinin Chia, so big to my
major super.
Second commander, Yanko Shira. When I wish interview away far, we in Kukwanya, Openino, the Diawara, because say you now a bambi, no one, no cassette, planting for food and job. Na eburo kan na mu ntimi na eburo NCD en kokọ na enfan faso mbaga na hanuma na tax na yewu saban we aye na be say yen ti mamufo na na on pese obebu yen anasa obete ya sam no waye de ye pema yen enti yesra ban ni say san no mo we ni bi nti na amanfo kase on bo number yen fa no ntu nche pese me ka kira ban say yesre no na oye campaign ka kira Ghana for no wan ka kira Ghana for say or the pensioners pay and or the babu or mino or catch Ghana for say it is the castle comedian. Then no pension pay for Sika and or the babu. Yes, Ramo, Yama minimum ya papa and Namuno now, Mudo Musica, a boo mino. What for you was $443 million. No, to me from Boa Mino. Nay, my minimum to make you Boa Manana. And so my benefit for the son no more in a cat can tell Professor Woman the Moon. This are almost as I would be yo. And as I wouldn't be yo with Mr. Fobi or Moko Pesha. No more desire yo, Dana, if you are or my Penegu and yet the year, or yet the Fatanity Mamma one tom. Medase.
Messi does here go find another caller on the line. Hello.
Oh, yeah,
Yamia Domboko, Jay Frost free. Ajausu.
The champion man.
Okay.
I'm 16 years old.
Maybe a mini I can. And to me, probably be a mamma as I'm not a colon. And Coconut Casa, we had a papa in a new. God will be a Casa and Biblical, something will be done was your own to Obama, my Washam. Okay, so will be study a mini I can. Will be a peninsula, what's over the second. What on Monday, the Padia gun of for the shame, nah, the club that you can't watch it. The level air condition, my own year body, come aboard, level air condition, look at the and I do not, Nipper will fun who we are aware. Nipper will come cook, not can say. And the Nipper will cheer, will go here, son, I will be a president, yeah, you who figure cry, you declare we. Not walk as a whole, I was sorry, Kato, little word to be sorry, one cat. Now, we have an ever know. A body petrol, a giraffe, or the year, commander of our banner, and for your home, we have the paper, the committee, SSC, I could see. I was so almost a phone, or called training 2 years old. No, offer to exercise a mask, say, you are better and two people you want. Right now,
okay.
What does it? It's not where you are being all the comment because you are for cry. You papa, you know, for Bibra.
Madam, say, my man, confirm that call on the line. All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello, Commander.
Yes, sir.
Me did of a key. Make a selfie new press station circle.
Of I uncle.
Commander, my member about you. They try about being invited me. I'm about you. Commander.
Confusing you, do.
Me papa, me person me bow show no so one day.
Mate.
Me baswa, my mene a jawsu and
Mate.
Another classmate for
Mate.
Commander. We o kasano, o kase. A Greek minister, a bino egu amount for you, a pack of fab and a body abba. Kese Ganani, Wako village, a koto body be attentive. Draw, now Bahad your back rabbit ton 50 Ghana. A man or yeah. A banner of a by what say so. Am I who said there be ye pen fasu too much. Now what can be your BOC force and one go for Patruban? What is a banner for Fabiabu?
Nah.
Yes,
Abandon petrol to buy. Why was he at it? So,
and I said, now wouldn't say until so that Bahamas, a member for getting walk of Abba. A person, a man with a movie
or the buyer, no
dollar. Kuta mino, dollar and a kuta mino. I would say, and say, we are a dollar and a kuta. Now you're a dollar, no way yet. None of boy yet, no boss yet, no man, and never be a costro. And Japanese or the city to go to her, no, the god not public, no, a cotton, or not the top petrol be a back. Sabi has a dollar no more, and found conquer for petrol, mama dollar no one channel. What I say? It's a money for ya, or ya, dear, you home high. But said, if you see country, not to buy it, or near the papa be our Ghana.
Mamma Busau. They say, young Ferdinand and Assem are buying Eddie taxes. Mamma no take Malatano. The tax is getting free, Nanadu Botomo.
No credit.
Or the Sama Meno a tax and a fuel, and or the Aquafedian and Abba. Mamma take Malatano, the one a boss musika and a Afaka Aquafa at Dianaba. Or by then, or they buy that on it.
Oh, Commander.
Yes, sir.
When you know, you night, no baby, I want my men go find a deal, one of us go find a deal.
And I'm saying, I buy Sikana, Minumi and Nusikana, Kufadu no more use. No
crack.
And he said, I go for the jail for crown or no affecting in any way. But on my men or Timana Tadio, Nibotoms cannot be tofu or Kofania Maneba, Namepacho Fuas can run into ya.
Mebo, Abano or Coco Far, and it will be ten, about Fanfa Sontoso. Sabaya, Yenny Bini, Benyas Cato, Cacanias, Yacodia, every education. So it's a education, Yenny tax in a day.
Okay.
Now then, the people say, what was Ketia? I only say, any tax, any idea for education. By a bimu just say, Robertimatia, Bamanitia, you will be so this car cost me Pesemitia, and another so on you.
Matthew,
Jessica. But as a young minister, man about the next Micromanaka, your mamma knows it here. Minya, because of the entity for Casano. Every Casano, ah, Minam, no, I think you know. And I'm about my jaws. You be me now, and I'm your coin.
Okay, all right. Mate, may I say, of Akeni attending Kano, quick one, Jennifer Watch. I say, I don't believe, self-figure near 13% in Po, and I think he's talking about the unemployment rate. Or say a bit me a chance. Hello? Enka Mordecai, Enko.
Yes, and I got on the bro. So come to me now, and all for the next money, Jumako Besiasi. So my cover were there, how the other ministries, a great ministry, yeah, tested. Now come them, they will move 50 years to one here. Busy for nothing, so my busy on Tom Brody. Sure. Ghana, you trust our level, because the different community, problem. My question is, my friends are working off. I convert the Anyaba, my ticket to Momentum. Finally, this is Bobie, Ghana, the Naku world will make it for you. I guess my media study or come in Mana only your better than a moment to ask us to be a Bubu, see the Mudia Sidaso. So, I tell the Monte, moving the Jana Kaka, let them end that makes the Ghana for the Ghana, Bobie. May you conform and some combat about the cat of the Bonnet. So, this is now a young one, you need to minister kind. This is I'm remembering who has March 14th and March 10th. Ghana, would you know? Nobody and sorry. So that's Yamisra White.
Yamisra so Nana Yatreboa Samoa was MPP August 2020. If you don't vote for Nana, we won't remit you anymore. In 2023, the same bogus, baby, I ding. So no remittances. Okay, so at any point in time, almost said Umsikasa. Hello?
Bobie.
Yes, sir.
Nyami
Adam Boko.
Wow, near Joe, Masha, Ashaman of first.
Okay, Ashaman for young quay.
Bobie, Ayana, I am in one wakaka. Miankasa, madam, for me, Bibia of a key. Sir, will be a bupetu. When Chiaka was a faka, of mine, Eddie the sick out, Wakofa the Abba, who turning for Fufua. Would it compare with your own market share? I didn't tell Nuko Fire, Nidiano, what is in the price. The Paucho, the Bissau Faki, and in another. Sir, I'm son and I could for the Beba mine, not petrol, no 1 gallon saying. No 1 gallon, and if I when they send some plan and I could for the Catagana for if I petrol 1 gallon. And then 1 gallon, I weigh 1 liter, and at that time, we know a doma money 1 gallon, a sika. And it's almost ye be I am to Munyan Copa Kakra. And to who says that I'm for Pacomoka, or be to mean Gavucadu, don't go for Famuto be Bentomuana. And to a man we have been to who's a man with the Omeka, no one penny for us, a man than a mampa or crow with Mono, Nanka, Oma, Yomu, a hand of Wana. I didn't know what we saw at the at the end on my Uncofuni name, Sue, whom because of a peasant community, who see a little not will be Mammy and Sue, or be market to Adi talk. Or being nam in the cap, what to go to Cam Crown, I done some not a wood draw can't have no competitive woman say. I didn't know Muyano, Boo or man, almost say or Mano, Nanka, my said no, as I share for my chief of friends, or Niniano, the Antino. Who are going to say, honestly, the Sika, and I could for the Fanisika, and finance me, Alma Fanisika, and they say, or Midofo, I don't know my time for. I'm supposed to say, or not to me by the cache, who for the near Omuyan, Dofu by my Nema by Ghana for Tafodia, on Council Naku for the Basso, the Kunko for Akokrafona Bruapo, it is Ghana for that. Akokrafona, I'm sorry, Waka, you two are bad.
May I say, all right, my man call, hello? Yes, sir.
That's right, many hours for a key. On one castle, you're in the Jimo will be any shop commander. Many you'll be a Jima. Why I didn't try to be actually no, or the member Syria Benny. Sadia become George Ford, you cool America. Now for me and you are. If I saw them in line, if I was to do something, many talk of our man, Chimbeus about it. So, it is the other shot and never understood about Kofiaba. Or the other about Cabo Baku or Taddy. No, told you, son. Or catch talk go back on 10 CD no better no ya 12 CD.
Ade no kra almost say obi tio baby arem no almost say obi na omode contract na ma no say nipa kro no use ministries agric no cow cars na use enya me no me no taxes into omo
come me an tax obo me din say yamba studio me dey we studio me you be adwuma only the private work and no power because my power ko that be say George Ford ya na you Ghana ha Nupa ya wo tuo no me na dia the 80 people we are saying sana small girl be Hausa ni girl be our party be what ya see it honestly the worst is you criminals if you are sorry cry and we are mampenu but bomb crofun to you now small but carelessness if you come the power who now show come to e bushafo we dey me say mo and tell you mo ba be hu obi to me and because you was see one of the criminals sorry anka but George Ford no other America so me nim so your chinyo so ko nu onu wu ye to me ye wa ha ye na me scan ye dey na ta dey ni na question out here what you how do we end this new year.
Okay, all right, thank you. May I say me for my last two callers that dey hello.
Hello, Bobie Ansah.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, me pawasem dodo.
Me da say.
Adia kenofurata ye no. Me ju mu aminti ase. Because who see who here nkofo sick. Nkofo omo su tire say ne omo who ye no how mo. Ticha opese ojo musika. Question me this time you say enye mind game na papa play nkofo yi because omo ye sana say o ye sana say nkofo no filma say obuche dia ni ho obedi musika eti o na waju musika afa o ye sa so mo lose a obahu say o ba beka say atina MPD for ba of akese o na beka say ya kasa kenofrata and see omo futo no be to see an movie say ade a ye na ya de pa and a question company this say kenofrata onu kwa na ye obi a obetumi aso finance ministry ho no mana o ha Ghana okokromo a de wi ankofo bre no Bobie
all right my man for last caller echo Bentume see hello yes sir. Good afternoon Pacha Fresh of free
my friend Medina.
Okay, Medina for me and Koi.
Me say, who information is now among for Edinburgh about the schools that are closing, companies that are closing. That's the same way people are dying. Many are dying. It's not being announced. Many are dying. We are dying. I am here. I am a blind man. I cannot see. I'm suffering from glaucoma. Our glaucoma medicine now is a bottle, small bottle, is 400 Ghana cedis, and we cannot afford. So if we are saying something, let some law arrive to impeach this man and move this man from the country. This man is killing the country. He's killing the Ghanaians. Ghanaians are dying. So shall we die before we shall know that this man is killing us? Do something. Nana Bobie Ansah, do something for us. You are there for us. Speak for us. Thank you.
And then exactly 1 year. And na enyumre enyumre ma pon show na emrantie bi ba say Rebecca Kufuado say makoka na asɛm no omo mefa memra and then exactly 1 year. On the 12th of February 2021 or 2022, yeah.
And Bobie Ansah's case is just one of a handful of arrests of prominent journalists, radio hosts and social media influencers in recent weeks. So what's going on? Is free speech under attack in Ghana? This is BBC Trending, where we take an investigative look at the world of social media. I'm Jonathan Griffin. It was 10 p.m. on a Thursday night, and Bobie Ansah was just finishing his talk show on Accra FM, one of the Ghanaian capital's most popular radio stations. On the face of it, Bobie's show was no different to usual, with its regular blend of Christian gospel music and political chat. And Bobie...
All right, so me and fine as my various radio stations from Joy FM, City, Class FM, Peace FM, Adom FM, Hot FM, Top FM, UTV, Metro, and TV3, including the BBC World Service. Obia show concern, I'm for taking interest in the matter. And yes, almost go to the make call today. Yambe Kwabena, me producer, yam call to Krano. Yakwa court around 25 to 30 times. You know, Rebecca, you know. And I am a friend is saying, bomb to the no, so the any my course am tea at. So that's it. And yeah, that a year man for support, a man for the support here, you know. We are grateful. Yeah, that's a papa, and he said your man for see a boy chidom. Meba.
The Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, we hope that you make say and no manya award. A word best. Obia Transit Emma Dumpemia, dear Cassa, and as a boy, the anchoring to them.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. As I want to say, near Crow Etuno, near Anchor, and one room, Obana, Bemo Power, and Yarwan Kaye.
Nansama Mikase, and the Spana called Moekayeno. Greenfield at Aromanti, and was our Solejan and also APM.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine, sir. Associated with Kasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon, Esther Jackson, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe. Ejamomi en Canada dewo baby. Adene de say.
Hey, ama enti brodo amato ato wo se wo kina na pamedi betwa ti akwa adwuma no. E na ehye wono a wo mu komoko no se a wo kanfo no no.
Mira na me de mia. Ade ye de. Me de me se me kama no ahwe. Ene se me di brodo yi etu asie yi o.
Emom de emom. We say me me tika mu a ye pai bread king. Me to baako. Me di wie ekura ansa na meje baako de abafie. Brodo ni din e de bread king. Na wo sanso woni nu a ye frɛ no royal taste bread. Enya sam kitu o.
Na say Bread King and the Royal Taste a Jumeko Barco.
Bread King Company Limited and a yes, Brodom Unina. No more the Esam Papa, and in and Rebel woman Pedrian and Young one, and a yes, Brodo Hoodwom you. And to would dear, what so say, oh, Dibrodo Papa Ankasa. And with Wedia, we said, D. Nemoa Hamme.
Mira, where dear say, Anya said, dear, and one is Yempe Bread King for your coiner, Yempe Brodo Ibin Tongo, and I send yes if I had done no.
Maybe Sarum was to walk Castle New Market, but just a quantum pony so.
so ADB Bank in Chen Hope, one is Stanbic Bank, any DN or number 0551 788 787 and after 0500 078 368. Missy Bread King dear and Royal Taste Bread dear. It's say pimmy.
Love is beautiful. Ojoye dankasa. Red and white night and Sanswa Bevium. A feeling kikawa bieni ho. Class Media Group and a Snit Guest House. I see a Val's Day dear. Ye be card of wabum. Na mami misawo. O one day when you fish yenum. Anasa near brosa. And ye trebi kakrafa when no dofo ho. Anasa ye audio. Ebraye. Nache nientia. Accra FM. Model love couple. I was here similar say one the best couple of the night. 50 February busme. Ne de atoso enkron. Eko si dubako. Ye be a WhatsApp line up to mo. Send ye be mo akwenya say. What do voice note? And also writer beba. Na woka kwanya. Your love story began. Enkuku hwiase amo femu. Ene kwanya amo fa so a. Wodoni nya hoden. Na awanfo a. Wansem ne beka akoma. Womunya akwenya say. Wombenya free couple voucher. Ya wombetimi dia kodina. Was Snit Guest House, February Bosme, Nida Tosu Dunai, Ewa Febua, Aya Val's Day no. Sana Jona. I want for our bedding kunim. Ewo, how well you know your partner seriously so. Ebenya special treat to say, Wambe Kwakwada Cozy Hotel. And if one you know, Yevia, yes, some mama spa treatment, any hampesa, Yedi Jo Mokwai, Nasa Woba, Mawafadie, Enye Fita, Anase Koko, Yet Shirawajo, Ewa Snit Guest House. Any police headquarters didn't anymore. Na sa Jumedie way, Snit Guest House. Any Devs Maison de Beauté. And a Alpha Hoka. Number bet to me a WhatsApp ye 05000 26135 0500 02 6135. Power shot Jumedie mo. Asaba biomo.
All right, so
we're going to restructure debts. The first thing you need to do, I believe, is to look within what is fully under your control and see where you can cut this, you can postpone this, you can reprioritize. You're going to get it back. It's rude, it's wicked, it's unlawful, it's not right. It lacks good faith, it lacks humanity, because we are sitting here because we are well enough to come. Do you know how many people are languishing at home? Do you know how many people who are not even they are in such a bad state, they are not even aware of what's going on, but it's their investments that you don't care, and you do not touch the old people. You do not touch the funds of the aged when you have not done other things. You have not done due diligence. You have not checked on what other things you do. We are not your last resort. You haven't reached the point of last resort. If they think they've reached the point of last resort, they should prove it to us and show us why this is the only solution. And in any case, it's not a lawful solution. So they should not even go there. Because if they change the law today, it will not affect what has already accrued.
And so, as a lawyer,
personally, with your personal opinion on the sentiment against the DD, what do you think?
Commander Memfa Ofidi Kesi is on Fanchi for the R4. Na Yebesan ba in China. So, Commander, I am 100% in support of what she said.
Okay, I know there was a financial.
Commander, I'm 100% in support of the Awokeka. You see, because I always say, DD, the approach was not well done.
I see.
Well, the fact of the matter is, you cannot create actually one. DD, Ushe Attorney General, Emma Ministry of Finance, some way be the opinion about DD, and how it should go. And the other catcher and say, DD, you're more of a disready. And yet, so would the patapa episode ye be. enti no se wonim se DD no se be ende pensioners ni 15%. Then I will start with 0% coupon rate.
I see.
So 2023 we be 0% coupon rate. Now for the year house member 2%, year house member 5, year house ya for them the co 15. After the year house omo di 81 years in the year. Yeah, you are my free mukrana commander nipa dodo say na 81 years for Ghana. 81 years kura 81 years kura eto kura na ya adom because Bible say 70 after 70 ni koni nyina 70 ni koni nyina de aka yo ha ne amane ne
obre anybody 81 years yes abeg kakra bi in Ghana.
So you see there should be more brother. Now some be catch them say boa me na me muawa. Why na boa hwan na hwan aboa hwan. Show me many chief and former chief justice many ne ya adwene. The issue that I always say is say if the face we are using to plead to these people and then let's get a new face to replace and negotiate.
But your leader, our president, in no way.
Kwabena, the truth of the matter is we voted for the president on the ticket of a party. Too many bedin sa or ye man penny.
Yeah.
So he decides on what is best for the country and drive us along. Everybody is saying the debt exchange program commander obi ohon mo me enada bia me come finance person meto bond government bond because minim say me de koma microfinance bi me de koma investment house bi a risky even though so bema me more returns no risk no too much say o chiro betumi aka chem say na adwuma na gu o sesa ne niema na kɔ me kɔhwɛ no oni adwapade bi amaboka aban de me de me ho kɔtwere na eka bia anim. And you know, if the interest rate you promise us as the coupon rate at that time, no, 25%, now say no, do stay be a commander, what you need is greater consultation. And you know what makes it more difficult? Dr. Ananianchi, our former Securities and Exchange Commission Director General, no, he understands all these things about bonds. So if he's leading these pensioners along the line, you need a broader consultation. You don't need to get them to start picketing and then walk from your office and come and meet them and talk to them, and in the evening you go on an announcement announcing to the nation.
But the point is, maybe Dr. Bawumia is happy with the issue. The president is happy with the issue.
Commander, I disagree when you are adding Dr. Bawumia to the issues. You see, let's treat the
but he's the head of
the commander. You are messing it. We saw the former president who was the head of the economic management team who messed up.
No,
you see,
so we know. Financial haircut and blah 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 blah.
Commander, you see,
let me finish.
Let me
finish. Which means in all this, Bawumia and Kahon, right?
Commander, you current minority leader. Okomas way or say, get ready for a crude and painful haircut. And Michelle, Dr. Tuforsen of all persons.
Yeah, but the question is,
okay. Michelle Dr. Tuforsen of all people are Okoma this shrewd presentation ya sebi eni na so bia last week na honorable John Jinapo ha na meneno bantawe. The truth of the matter is yejitum.
No, I'm not going there. Please don't take me off. I'm not going there. The point is, with this one, Dr. Bawumia enimoshi. I just want to understand.
Commander, it's a government decision that we want to go to IMF.
I don't have any problem.
Once government has decided,
you are talking about consultation and all that. Did I make us say, if you be a penny womb, you're about me head of the economic management team. Then the president is there. In the Kenoforiata Ombu Biakra, at least these two gentlemen there, at least.
So gentleman being gentleman.
No, make us say Bawumia Akufo-Addo. What is happening? And Bawumia is the head of the
has the vice president has the mandate to reshuffle with the finance minister. Does he have that authority and that power?
And it says the AC don't count.
There be a missing bisa question. Vice President no say our mandate ne power say
and no sorry. No, me musa me say what the cause mo mfre no ntunefo.
Commander, you ask a simple question.
On to be ntunefo.
That
is what I'm asking.
You ask a simple question. The simple question is that do I agree with Chief Justice, former Chief Justice? And I'm saying 100%. And then I gave you my opinion.
But the people said, Dr. Baumia, because I work on and then you say Baumia.
You see, because me who no say NDC for camp muno. Enipa musrono. Etimu pesa mu di fisrano, but I know there any problem. Musra ni fikura enye adwuma. Me ba ya shata di fita ise me nsa won wa. Ba bia me timi fan kamata di.
Na say didi do me eya na kofa bae.
Na didi ni ba wo na kofa bae.
Enye madam for John Bahama and kofa.
Dr. Baumia na kofa didi ni bae.
Okay, di kofa bae kra se wo.
Absolutely.
Thank you. What is it? I'm very much the which we say a cockrat. You come by. Oh, for that.
Okay, Nasim.
Oh, what can I say? Where would one have a proper answer? Why are they? Okay, so your friend is say quick one. Mama, Roger Mama to TBB on the Mama Sophia Kufu Ebekaino. Now say Missikano no. I think this is the way to go. A man for ni binime. But the fact of the matter and say Senkayenya ye hunu nyansa. Say yes, me support a political party we. But enya. Enko my way be kona nim. Moko America near other places no. Mwen krofo bebre wo wa mo to aba etia wo mo party. It happens. Yana yanim bie ya bepem ne no. Kire se obi support be kra no a. Yana nti emma even media men kra emma wo mo courage. Emma say, oh, I believe in the policies of this political party. Because Yebeka say, oh, NPP ni anaso or NDC ni. Then when issues come, who say the obesia akana afa. No. I mean, we should move on. I didn't and yet the fact me support to your mama, me support to NDC. Because I've seen the policies of Akufo-Addo. I've seen the policies of a friend say John Mahama. I've seen the policies of MPP, the policies of NDC. I've stayed in this country for 40 years and over. Me ntrabro say that. Me nkokoye hwe wo ti de ekoso okroma bia manitua and I can take decisions out of it. Anyway, so yama me so for Akufo be bona baso but Roger Mahama etwete BB and about 3 hours ago with former Chief Justice Sophia Kufu's picture attached to it. Was saying when I noticed we were running into an economic ditch. I made several calls for a genuine dialogue and national consensus on an economic program. The arrogance and intransigence of a president and incompetence of a finance minister and the economic management team have led us here. We could have forged a broad, non-partisan consensus on the IMF bailout and accompanying debt restructuring program. Alas, it seems too late now, unquote. Former President John Dramani Mahama. So, yeah, issues, no, oh, thank you. Was it? Would you just say, your friend is saying, was it one wakako fabanti fachechiroko that the officer would be out of fire anyway. So and we are going to talk about in the infrastructure.
But commander, the issues be about for ex-president John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, so
one man can be an actual one yard.
Okay,
and you see, Mathieu ni post ya kind of tweet ya kind. But then I ask myself a question: we have a man who is remaining inconsistent. We have a man who is standing more confused. Because
confused than who?
Oh, confused than himself. And then you see, we have people belonging to a party that have the courage to belong to that party because they are when you have an ex-president who could look into the face of his party members and say that you 2020 elections. You have a current national chairman who says that elections now so we went to court without having results. You have a same president who tells us your friends say you will unanimous FC. You have a chief a judge, a Supreme Court judge who comes to tell us we petition not any reasonable course of action. All these things comes together. Now you get him to tweet. The tweet any problem is it not the same man who collected brains in this country, took them to Senchi, Omo of a dampem, Omu and Ancha do New York, and Okacha so the IMF. And the decision from Senchi, was this something that he carried holistically to IMF? We had a finance minister at that time said that the same president.
And this finance minister and the president of the Dokno Party, ATTD. Eko to Bible, so IMF that. Now who's
you see, I say encore IMF. From day one, we have even recommended that the finance minister must be reshuffled. Well, members of parliament who came out clean to say finance minister must go. And we have been bold enough in our party to speak to our leader that the finance minister must go.
Businessman be my
businessman be what can we season journalist now party for other can say business somebody say party for can no my bombs them and journalist no to ariti kurum. Anyway, Asamoah Akwaba Boko there. Good official paso. Your friend say, minim say what ye so far akufu tape what TV.
Kwabena ma memfo akonya so na menchia watifo na menchia ndisi 43 wa muti Accra FM dwumadi. Edikan no kre Matie former Chief Justice Yamame Sofia Kufu Matie no. In fact, at a point me hune mfonyini se okita placard ono so epikete wo finance ministry ho. Ansah na later me hu se o ma post video. Me hu video no na me gidi se ono. Because this is a woman aban we wo gidi wo nimu. In fact, at a point that the class or some close relations or remote relations with the president. Enti me Kwabena me hu ye ne hu bo me say nye Photoshop ana say mame Socio Kufu ye former Chief Justice ono na edi muntie 3 fo asemo a odi mugabi mu kotu mu yi mame onie sa mame ya na COVID-19 trust fund ona na eda no a sa sika special auditor ba atire ha wa ya mesma na gini mame no no nie sa mame a oya under Article 71 holder wa retire on the salary ono ne bondo kam kura no Kwabena ne bondo kam kura boso me so a wanye kura nya ne 40,000 obeje wanye kura nya ne 40,000 ono na ene wo se Ghana ayeden a ono so pikati bi bua ye wo position ya brei na se nyamkopon ne nsenkyere ni dadi dane dane abri nyina Kwabena ye mfa nsembo manyame hey
well mo some kan ka
me dream Kwabena me who dream
oh some
my mom is
go asem way asem Kwabena ebohu se ubehu and unim de ade edi kan kire ni obia nim se maami we wa akwanya e de kọ omampani Akufo Addo ho ofa ne phone se ofre Nanado danko Akufo Addo a obenya Nanado ene na kasa in fact se ye no krese ne busuani ni Nanado dia na che so owura kenofori ata so be ye ne busuani ebi kura ne nana bi ana ne nua bi ba enti it is possible so obetimi kura frɛ kenofori ata ofie ene na kasa se ade a wo pese wo ye ya na mo a wo tu Ghana fo ni nye ho ana se ade a emwa ye mrewafo ne kokorafo a ene ya ba ya homugiem enti nke be ya atwesan Kwabena de kire se aban we ya aban ya na so de na nadu ntia futuo wabo ye mfita duku ne che no watim hwe da chi wonya de opa wie na Kwabena me wo video bi in the run up to the 2020 elections. I will just show you because of say any platform tina man send yama. I caution Ghanaians say I caution Ghanaians as
Power FM.
I am a dese wo hu. In fact it was on TV XYZ. Me ka tell Ghana for say
Power FM ye me fie.
Nana Akufo-Addo minim no. Nana do e wo say bi so aba mi wo hwe ni suban ni na ya minim no. Obi a na 77 years still out so ka bottoms.
Okay.
Bottoms one who oba na ohun ne to na was he now say 77 years a dey kolo battery.
Oh, but say ni we nyame aye.
No nwanwa ka we dey jama mega shimoni ayimo enye na 77 wo low battery uhun to ya so ohun na say me dem wo high battery na so rosem ontia futuo se maame so for ya kufu aka akyere wantie waka kyere kenovoriata wantie na se ne opekete in the opener ekyere se aban wei onye na ade so sympathize with the call na ye call say onye sensitive to apply na minia megashi ene de otia se oma fi omusisi empam kenovoriata onko kyena na me ka se uye Ghana ni na ene uye pensioni na wo ho akan ka kire o nananom ka kire o ma ka kire o busuafo se obi oye MPP MP na wo parliament bia yantu no mutie mi bio me se wo uye pensioni a wo Ghana ha ene o pikete no tie mi ye ka kire o ma na wa wo mo no so omuso nka kire omuma na omadi 18 years no na fra busuapani fa to omu nyina nim se umpeso asuba bi a wote no se MP ni ye MPP ni a omunti ntasu kokko no omuntu na
no mumfa MP ben emra
no mumfa man DC because
NDC o mo to de probation
na butra mega si ukasa na obi ama kwan yetia ena ye nyina ya the senza motion ko parliament opportunity ni nie bottleneck no goalkeeper yantu aba keke to aba ya per majority to test ni a pumpkin of Oriata. What happened? Kwabena, what happened? Edu say ye papa we free wana Ghana ya sumunyu ye no. MPP MPC o muni pa no mo mpene e no mo walk out of parliament. And now my guess ya betina because o say dey.
Se tekwe mo pamo no.
Se tekwe
mo pamo se tekwe ba.
Ebia no wani afi. Na botre o de obusa question amami ya no. Even though onye host I allow you. Wo ebia wo cheme Kwabena cheme bebre. Me kese. But in the last 60 years, Obian wa manage Ghana. Pensioners sika, kokurafo sika. Odeni sa bom amo pekete. Say me bi ebi si Ghana ada.
In the last 60 years.
Oh, me see ebi si that. Tell me about just mention the regime.
In the last 60 years. Government ben wako IMF form say
look at this. Look at this.
Answer me. Your conditions to IMF was to put taboo on workers. You are asking questions. I'm also asking you questions. I don't know kasa wo ba. Your condition I don't know different.
Amegashi, what busa me question say why na akwa was here on you that research no what say.
Now
what bro besia meba so tiase a good what just so tiase what bo besia to an unsustainable level kika sem what bo besia pem wo ko hwini say what jeje besia mam kakra am what pem uni fiscal space bi o de beboro
na motam na mo physical space
what me you no adentin na we
na nko yes me bisa question na we ya no o dem chat o maybe sa wo motam na wo fiscal space. What time I pamu mu fi abem 2016 now fiscal space. We kwam no nya hwi wo mu o. enti am fa kwamna mamna nkofrefre ne masem nu
kwamna onye referee in fact me ba na man for a lot of complaints here no
sa na metia men sesa yan so
no me de umume o MPP ni ba fa buom ne ani di mo tie asema mi bisa you ask a question ask your question what is your problem Kwabena answer na no Kwabena 30 seconds mejina eye miamanam eni akra femanam ma pacho ma magashi ade a wo ye ne nyefe
pacho ma ho
hold on
pacho ma ho
atiefo minia no le mo fanche
pacho ma ho
azabaje ubusa no utro asema no a de ya ese wono so yi ano otro asema wa ese osu
me kra de me ntro hwe man metro
so let's take it
easy it is obusa me one question na me yi ano o allow me na me lande
eti wo kwa ba bia nya na me hwe na
kola na wo se obusa me say
wa man de kra be fama fichire
unti ono say yeah time no aban in the last 60 years aban be so na ekoye debt restructuring na make sure say aban na ekoye debt restructuring because yankwan ko do that unsustainable levels no and the debt to GDP 104 I was here cutting by 55%.
For how many years?
Oh, but see, I was here cutting
for how many years? I
am not under cross-examination. We are having a discussion.
No,
what you say? Wuna watu anamodi akosa ahuchire wem. Sa ahuchire we ya wode yakom no ebi si da. And now ultimately flow to a single bond on the bond market. Obianto. What my Ghana gaining reputation say ya mobra. What my Ghana gaining reputation say ya kohifo ya bobesia e de chikosia any kana weledi ya mfa nya adwuma.
Ya bobesia man krofo da su. Ya bobesia man krofo adwuma. Ya bobesia man FM station some to FM stations. Ni na ya bobesia ba ya da su.
Because Tio get some few just 2 minutes.
6 o'clock and China just 2 minutes.
Just 1 minute. Yakodu sa situation we if say Kenoforia thing our ya megashi minister akofo nipa more than 100 about finance ministry from data bank so ultimately civil servants in adwuma.
Kwamna on my records.
Oh, please.
Man, my records. Kwamna okay. Some okay.
Then you work on it.
I think say now Kwamna obey the main topic na be problematic.
And then be problem.
No.
Which you not know as of
but who doesn't know say Kenofori Atade new workers about finance ministry.
The financial clearance ben yes. Financial clearance ben let our fast financial clearance. Because nobody can just recruit.
Kwamna I don't think we can have a discussion like this. No. You are being disruptive. You are being disruptive.
So when my dear non person be can Bobie so dey no recruit to that financial clearance. Hey, now sana this from Ubu why? Is that how you run the Ghana economy?
Because this kind of discussion. No, why? Why must you do this?
Why must you also speak what is untrue?
Why must you speak the lies?
Hello.
You are gaining a bad reputation. Because maybe I'm catch them say this MPP guy, this how he behaves.
Hello, Beba. Amega, if I want to say.
Kwabena, or say, Kenofori attack of NDC and MP data bank for Edioma Begu Finance Ministry. Obia obey recruitment, ubenya financial clearance. On sharing the letter that financial clearance by money the cover data bank for Begu. On fan because
so public. With you know what you are looking for. Evidence.
Yes, okay, because I grown the game is evidence. And Kwabena.
Enti ase Kwabena. So asema obeka o have you provide the evidence.
Enti na wo ba o
no, you can't speak for me. Mabusa Kwabena question.
Make sure we source no much baby. Absolutely yes.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Absolutely yes.
Can you
Kwabena? No, he's making noise. He's not doing any. We are not having a discussion. He's making noise.
Hold on.
And you are making what?
You are making noise.
And you are making what?
Yes.
Kwabena, my point is that President Aku and they are bedroom because of Kenoforiata. So on civil servants in fact the late Kosibotre Kraba on civil servants in the year Juma. Boundary do honorable civil servants no year Juma. Honorable said Tekwe on civil servants in the year Juma. What is this? What kind of discussion is this?
Yanko.
Oh, Obaye, Wakwakofa data bank workers na abaho. And this issue came up on the floor of parliament since 2018. Honorable Atufosi and Nena Oboni, he was the first person to raise it. In recent times, today he's the minority leader. It is on his Facebook wall. Obian challenge. And parliament is the house of records. I do oma to Ghana Revenue Authority. Payroll so you amuka as commissioners of Ghana Revenue Authority. Menoka say you can let your producers call the minority leader now on phone.
Because in
fact, President Akufo-Addo 2019, Obi ayesi ye ni sika, Obi ayesi ye ni sika. Spending 67 million Ghana cedis, a whooping 67 million Ghana cedis on foreign travels alone. On Krataway 2017, check the amount.
So what do you want to say? I mean,
point in the say Kwabena. Na nyese sika ni bi ni Ghana ho. In fact, so that even though COVID no na yare na ba ye nya de papa no, we benefited more than yare no kra ba sika ba on my way mo no. Ye fa hu nya bibia ke betimi de ye forever.
Okay.
Kwabena ti said ye bia sabi wo for bia wu no ye popular. Even though we were oya of any hobby. But ebia na of na brabo pa obo enti nipa do no aye wie ya ye say ye check ka ni bibia Kwabena fa so be over 1 million cedis aba. Even though of awu but when you so fa so
ade na no asi no ode asafo ade na no asi no Kwabena hwe oman ya ye wo mi o say parliament ye house of records enti obia no ye bibia utu mra na wa kire sie kwa utu mre no wo so se aban ebemia for obi adwuma mu a o ma de efe no financial clearance finance ministry ebema financial clearance no ne e de afa nipa na wo kansam no so enka no tra na enko because ye bechi wagina ho wo kira na wo kira say asumasi we ye kofo mu free data bank in ye behwie o mu gu mu and these are the names enti obi abetumi a check o see President Akufo-Addo nya benefit Kwabena ex-president John Dramani Mahama ne office begina ha betwa nkontompo so mo kwotena afie kura no ye nhwe mo da ye den kra tentam ka chose ye tumira ye be kire ba bia ye tumire no ye den kra taba ne travels nyina ne air ticket e wa ha which is show ne staffs are ye tu omoka e wa ha we are showing it. You see NDC for ni omo nkontompo sam no mo ba omo han wani ti said obidi omo sa show mo to a omo ni han we would want to Baby, we want to bring them into.
We are just trying to insult him.
Me problem. You see, with the interruption. But you right main topic. Kwabena dey back me say. Maybe na be a oniasi. So said about you for obia be hu obia position. No. Let's have a decorous discussion. Yeah. I didn't come here to express some of these distractions.
Kwabena, Entino. What I'm saying is, we are here to educate, to debate on the issues. Inti adiane nya na wo kan semu aye kwa. Ni nyina because Kwabena ye ba fie hey. One thing that I have known is that when we put last week ye share no, ye kan se ko fa records bra nya sa na aye.
Okay, so Omega.
So the evidence, the game is evidence.
Your figures about inflation, are the figures true or is not true?
Kwabena, that is what has been published and it's true.
Okay. Then our current situation about this DD, is it true or is not true?
Kwabena, it's true.
All right. So then, as a nation, we need to find a way fixing
Kwabena,
it.
me better na hey, me catch that will say the approach from day one was wrong, manka.
Yes.
And I admitted, say, me support to Sophia Kufu 100% manka.
Yes.
Because if we have used a better approach, enka baby do ye enka yen do. And it is not because I speak for party, no kura wa hon yan kan kire ye ho.
Na mo kura na oba ha waka. Kwabena nya wo wanim no me ba Kwabena just this point. Nya wanim no ka say o refer ni say Dr. Bobie as head of the economic management team. Ne time and economy na say. O say Mahama be head of economic management team. Ne time dey is here. Mahama time and Amils. What they now the best inflation. Say you dey get.
Mahama time and Amils. And I
let's go to our main so and we are dealing with we are dealing with a infrastructural base from whichever angle. 4 years against 6 years. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years against 6 years. I mean, we are friends. Let's enjoy ourselves anyway. 4 years against 6 years. Okay, how many years do you want?
Okay.
How many years do
8
you want?
years.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
6 years.
That's fine. That's
okay. Yes, how fun come now again.
So all right. At one point, so then let's deal with various issues. Minim where Amegashi want to pick it from.
No,
he's not here to debate you.
Speak for government.
So, but Amegashi now amount for Busa, amount for Kasafa infrastructure, and I know contractor we need dim come so onim bebia adwuma bia koso fine. Enya nsem nyina no bu oka I mean etisa we are saying we o bi kana akoye bibia ho, but the point is infrastructure achievement ye dim komo whether a education sector, whether a health sector, and I think these two areas are very, very important. Omaya itimi school are dying, Omaya itimi hospital. Any other thing you want to add? I know Ansah is in the capacity to respond same, but mami biye mi man for now.
Kwabena me da si bebre na ye beko so afefidie so na ye de achia etiefo ene me party mu mpanifo a ene wie omagimre na omode hwe. Kwabena de edi kan infrastructure ehonkomo ya ye pese yeti. Kwabena infrastructure aban a waba aban mu na wahu se obi ahye bibia ase na opese otoa so na complete na ye jai sa mediocre of comparison say we are we then na waya ebetumi amagana afa ne ntoma pefra na agina brane Kwabena enoa echi nso sene ebe ya atemamufuo ebenya ho hare na eniyema bi wo ha de ba ebetumi ama omonso omufa ahodie ehu atumi atowon enu nti no oya aban a unhwe se wu si dan ko ana temamufuo komade wo enti wo blended the two no wahwe sane economy ni ebetumi agina ne nanso in 2016 13th October 2016 Ghana Web a report to say ex-president Mahama say on to me fasika nche obi aboto and therefore ene ye ba ban mu ye say emofra betumi de omo Ghana card agi free loans a on betumi de akọ school so far you are making sure say you several beneficiaries as much as possible on your students using their Ghana card to access money to enable themselves on education ebetumi akoye enti sa woka sa won fasika nche obi botomu a aban ba ye no ohwe direct benefit parents betumi anya omo hu betumi ahare on enti he brought several interventions, several projects ebema timamufo anya direct access to certain monies that can repatriate back into their economy. And one of those flashy projects was free SHS. Free SHS came in when NDC rose up against it, fought every tooth and eye, said, Enyejuma, Kwabena, and ne, awofo ejitumu say, Nankesi can't come best spending, at the 3 school fees now is off. Kwabena yentin sim, yenu NDC for omo tauto, ye free abemo no, ye the E-blocks buyer, E-blocks na ye de buyer no, Kwabena omsi, ye see E-blocks 50, ye see E-blocks say, Kwabena, Ghana Education Trust Fund. On a letter dated 6 October 2022, signed by Isaac Asiedu Odoi, who is the PR officer, indicated that ye blocks are yenu NDC for a complete year was 23 blocks. Okay. And that was even done in phases. We are 30% and amounts kakakra. We are when NDC left power, and then we took over. MPP as a government has completed 30 E-blocks. In addition to what they have done, 38 to be specific. And I are complete. And then other ones. And then they initiated E-blocks of 101 using Get Fund. And a World Bank at the 17 of that. And it is not as the figures NDC is proclaiming. The evidence are here. Enti wo hwe ye ba ye no And nothing I make sure say government is continuous. Say government is continuous and then say wunya abanya or jinin who say o mine and he funny yedu a betumi abefo mine no near the agina brane na Ghana etumi afan into my pay frana konenim. So when we came, all those projects they tout themselves about, majority of them was incomplete. Kwabena, a typical case in point. I said it last week, I'm repeating it. Omuja UGMC, Tontrowa. It was empty. UGMC was not, University of Ghana Medical Hospital was not complete. Mete last week say, Obisa wako wako jina UGMC, echa mfoni India, and ne uche UGMC mfoni de Bremia. That was because now you see it as a complete project. One can't say he was showing you a picture then. And the evidence is there. UGMC phase 2. Phase 1 when you know it's been completed. Phase 2 is also completed. Enti obetumi asan kwa kwakotwa na odi aba to Facebook na obia ahwe. Kwabena Trust Hospital, the bank hospital, our cantonment. Almost bank hospital, it was not operational. It was under the watch of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He brought that Trust Hospital into operation. And it's actively operating. And it is a we see maybe now we jani tontrowa. Now we expect it we Ghana for Japadie. Japadie Kwabena fasoni ho. Kwabena, they said rich people don't just buy asset. Someone who rich or now or drive Bentley. And you know, rich people will buy assets and allow that asset to work for them, to be able to use income from that asset to buy the luxuries they want. Omo poor mentality no. Omo nyasika, omo the top liability. Wakoto car no them, no obey no pesca no the CSA car no. That is the kind of government NDC ran. Almost the Omosaka Bibia omunye. Omunye nti no mo na mo na ye patapa ansem. Oh yani ya shewe ya si yani ya we some nebi kwamna bi macho no the bank hospital e wo ho omusi ya no omo anwie. It was not operational and now it's operational. UGMC omusi ya no omo anwie 60% complete ya ba be complete amene eye adwuma phase 1 phase 2 is ongoing. Kwabena we your friends Kumasi airport. Omo tache ne kakra. Omo wi Kumasi airport and the phase 2 phase 3 is ongoing. Say flight companies, flight airlines are signing on. Say on percent omo landi wo Kumasi airport. No mo san take you off Kumasi airport. Kwabena ko Temali Soweni. Go and see the Temali International Airport. Complete is now being launched for us to start full scale operation. Kwabena kusunyani. Sunyani omu close ni down 2015 so omu refurbish. Kwabena NDC fu ntumi anwe do omu di hu sika nyina toro ka poto. Ene Sunyani airport. Ene Miami to kwanko we doma. I flew to Sunyani airport. Asia alaji sinari menini di nkomo na ni age se na flight krade ni kwesi Sunyani. Kwabena ene Sunyani airport is in operation. Kwabena me fa won kwa chiri. Ko we your friend is saying so many university na wo ho no. NDC for the aso ball form wa penom to aso na twene ye. Ye hwehwe aso nom the ball form no kra ye hu. Sami na go come na go and look at how beautiful it is. Seeing that university coming upstream. Sami ho university kwahwe dan ya yesisi aka ho to make the university a beauty to behold. Ho airport say no muja no. And the whole airport is active. Why airstrip and ya hu adwuma. Kwabena, these are the things Kwabena de mobo mareho. I have a document here Kwabena. Or see, kon Irojet yanja we Kwabena. There is a cabinet memo wa. Sika ye pedi ja ho for Irojet project.
Makasa. Or see me say Irojet. He's referring to Mesumen Kasai. If you want to create your own question, okay, make Kasaba and you who frame that mean your submission. No, but I am saying that because it recalls my memory. Last week, Namene on Abuja Power, and then we touched on that. Yeah, and you know, Kwabena, as of last week, the issue that came up and he said, Irojet ya enjoy musika biya. Kwabena Irojet project no cabinet memo ewa ha.
how the money was raised and how the monies were apportioned to the various projects. Ombetu Sikano, Kwabena, 8 years in government. Eurojet project omo to me. Na yetumi nya honorable Akando, Emma onya the gust to pick media men and go around Eurojet projects to take pictures. When you couldn't complete in 8 years, when you have a government that has come and he's completing the project, and then you look at their list of projects, and say, if you look at their list of projects, almost the Kwabena Hospital, anyway, you can say, any Eurojet project, say, your projects on my. I ask myself, when you meet money, you use money judiciously to complete projects. When we came into government, Kwabena, Unam tema, beauty to behold, you can see the tema motorway interchange. I'm sure Munomko first can buy and next can find that stock on. It's a debt stock that is now levied against His Excellency President Anado Danko Akufo-Addo. You can see the project in Yanfang was ayesrem. Ya ban yan can't wrong say your project ye kasa yenye. And the project no ho His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ofaso. And the Pokwasi interchange, Kwabena. Ya buy your Pokwasi interchange, Sikana Dahu Bagaya. Na a threat ye. And then you can see Pokwasi interchange going for 40 years. I am Crofon Harry. Now, yeah, extension across MBM. Kwabena, yeah, when you jaw a 2-lane. I nanka say free, where your friend is saying, Achimota. I the Koko Sikumasa cry. Kwabena, Omokono, na 1 lane, Krano Muntu you. Etu kwakra na nkrofo bebre kofo aburi no mode akọ ene you wo 2 lane akọ terminate wapega and go and look at the other extensions they are doing. These are the things we are talking about. Kwamina ko KJT market phase 2. Go and look at the state of work that is being done in KJT market phase 2. And Kwatakrade market circle. Go and look at the work that is being done at Takrade market circle. PTC Takrade of interchange na Kwabena, you can see for the first time in the history of the northern region, Kwabena, we have a flyover in Temale. These are all things that has been done. Kwabena yenimu krano yenim se dokuna ashia se the na ben and the minim se sino hydro projects and your krano Kwabena Adenta new site Pantine and PNT lands. Go and look at the work that is being done. Kwabena ediko te eguso. The road networks in the various capital towns is compared to nothing.
Okay, so you have been talking about construction side, you know. We share a Niema Akoso. And maybe I'm in a man 2 years. Wait to educate me. So out of a Niema Wabubosunya 6 years in office. Edena Akufo-Addo ashasi ewie we any ashasi ewie. Which one?
Kwabena, and I make a choice say. Ye bar office no. And now education center, education services center no. Ye wo the STEM schools, 10 of them.
Okay.
10 Okwabo Mosua ewo. And the STEM schools ni nyina ye de ni nyina free SHS we no ho. And then I'm afraid I'm go school this time round. I'm call last we ni nyina.
Okay, so STEM project is one of the Akufo-Addo achievement ordinance Ashase, right? Where
10 STEM schools is now complete. Start here fun and kola.
10
all 10.
Okay.
All 10 Pokwasi interchange. Yeah. Kasi nam so nansa wa kokumase.
Neba Pokwasi interchange here Akufo-Addo project or Shasi, right?
Kwabena. Here Shasi ya wie.
Okay.
In our government, kokumase nansa. And as I say kokumase offer plane.
So I just want to write. Don't worry.
I'm showing you.
Don't worry. So STEM.
Pokwasi interchange.
STEM. Dear. Mwashasi ewie.
Kwabena, absolutely.
Pokwasi interchange. Akufo-Addo na shasi ewie.
Kwabena ewie.
Okay. Oshasi time.
Oh, Kwabena ya ba mu. I can get you the date. Me check it out. We know. And Pokwasi interchange. And this mo na mo shasi.
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. So will be something that maybe say, "Hey, be na me di intro etiefo bebam." Mo na mo shase. Me see any shase.
That's right.
And we completed. Tema motorway, yani shase. We've completed. Yes, I phase 2 aka ho.
Okay. So tema motorway at a point in time e wo kasem sesia no also mobile na this for do amsa prepare jawo and they are so Muslim, but you are saying some which
Kwabena, TME.
No, I'm confused.
Don't be confused. Stay where you are. I will take you out of your confusion.
Okay.
Temamoto way. Pokwasi interchange. Ya buy na NDC for pesikato. Sikana omo peto hono. Omo amfa start ye dwuma bia. Ya buy and you nim say government is a continuity. Enti ya ba be start Temamoto way in ye wie. Ye be starti pokwasi interchange ni awie emra president Kufuor ko ope sika to ho e de my Eurojet project on be start di sika no troka o mantumi anwie. That is the difference between MPP and NDC.
So good clarification. Enti project be pa na ese Kufuor do say me buy no office you swam in 7th January 2017 me ko pay sika we and I'm the project we awie. That is what I'm asking.
Kwabena.
And you mentioned
say na make catch say ma must tell mo kra no a Kwabena de ye nimu nyina ne say o man no say wo ba mu a enwumu a e wo ho aye
it's so complete.
Well, absolutely. Whether you go and look for money, whether you don't go and look for money, we want to see evidence, empirical evidence. Watch rest o ya banya ye di adwuma sha won sa obetumi awie enya banya ye di adwuma sha ne sa no di sika no ho ontumi nwie. So that is the clear definition that I want to put across to you. Kwabena kwhwe nungwa station nungwa interchange ya ye. Kwabena, it's a beauty to be over for one and say you will see. Where your friend is saying Junction Mall interchange. Yes, Kwabena kwhwe flyover na ye from East Legon na etwemu ababeti abesi sprinters. Kwabena ina make catch say I'm showing you the work. I can give you the dates if that is what you want.
Flyover no?
Yes, I'm telling you. Kwabena ye be fi abemu no ni ye wie. Ye start adwuma ye nwie. We will make sure we finish. And that is what I want to show you when it comes to infrastructure that you want us to debate and discuss about. And no you man make a show. So come now next one mean so must start it.
A kosro pa me hu
ya. So I mean almost start a kosro and kosro.
Every tafosa be si.
Kwabena a kosro and kosro work has begun.
No, I mean say o mo ye pa ma ayefe.
Kwabena na make a show say whatever diabolic you want to play. Whether you are playing diabolic, whether you are not playing diabolic, work is there, and then come as a phobe to me a friend.
Awagazi. Just a dra. And unim nanansa for MPP. Guys, we omo kuma so mo Facebook. And rather omo twa swame. Head of the other two Facebook say it did a bad on be swame no.
But so come na djuma koso. Then they are not living in Kumasi. They are using old pictures, so I'm not surprised.
We or MPP ni ofri asantima po so pa choja de okay.
And I make us Kwabena wa no na me ne yebebo me. O man timi afọ mo nsanke kan na me no mbebo.
So po a choja.
Some PTC so ma hu PTC adwuma ekoso. That be am bobo ye Kwabena deny it. All the projects deny it. Kwabena, and then if you come to hospital projects, you buy in and I make a say a lot of uncompleted hospital projects amujaye Kufuor de nsa kan nyina Kwabena we've done it minim kra where your friend is in chip compound ya ye bebre me Atiwa East alone.
You give us figures.
Kwabena Atiwa East okwa Atiwa East okwa Mampong okwa Hankresu okwa Tiawia Subriso okwa JJT all these chip compounds are complete and is in operational.
Okay. But you don't know the figure.
Kwabena make a choice say I am giving you in tandem of what is happening. Kwabena, and the biggest medical drone is working and delivering medications to people and saving lives.
Okay.
To people and saving lives. People that lives in hinterlands. Pacho,
sorry. Pacho, almost like General Hospital so completed.
Say, you started by best starting
okay, sorry. And Pacho also almost started.
You are the buy and catch and say we nim form.
Pacho, yes, we nim
form. Yabubu, but you besi.
Also, Mobubu, besi.
Into your start here. Kwabena, the fact of the matter is, and the Omwanan Komwon Kurase, Kwabena Kombewu, because they are not getting real-time medications. And the drone, Juma. You did drone Iba, woman organizer, now retain. And the catcher and say, and Crawford Mona drone, your barber shop, Mona, you have nude pictures. You see the illiteracy? It's a shame. Kwabena, and Miami to Quine, Echo Canada. Me free Canada abano me say me you so me ho.
Oh,
Kwabena.
Like currently. Also currently.
Me call Canada me ba no. Kwabena me use me Ghana card. And I'm Sunday Befi. Me use passport. Made my passport to Kwan with my visa. When I was returning from Canada, I used my Ghana card.
I never know you use Ghana card.
Kwabena, I was with your friends in Canada airport. Because you see, when they asked me of my ID, I presented my Ghana card, and then they gave me pass to fly. May the Air France nearby. Everybody can check from the airport. You understand? These are visibles that we have done. These are works that are showing, and so far Ghana card no, yanya Ghanaians and maku over 10,000. Kwabena, you need a visa that they have to imprint in your passport. So you need to show that visa. Who show that visa no? Then they will stamp in. When you are returning to Ghana, they don't stamp in your passport. So when you show your Ghana card, it gives you the pass to come because it's an ICAO certification.
But say you kwabroche na Ghana card mine. Say na befi.
Oh, na make sure say. Kwabena, you are adding on. You are seeing things that is bringing enhancement. You are seeing things that is taking us into our fourth generation. The fourth industrial realm. So if you want to live in the archaic situations, then it is that a realm that you want to live and make comfortable in that area. And these and other things is what we want to bring to the mindset of Ghanaians. That if you need a government that has worked and is still working and has not stopped working, Honorable Jaka say 60 project is being suspended, which we asked him for evidence, he could not provide. You see, NDC aye bosremuka and no more bomb muslim no more cancer because they think they will not get people to challenge them. Any time you rise up to their challenge, yes, we hear the do. Because here mamu kwa mamu ntwim faso and cancer mu amuni nyina so mfanko and someone make it nyina. I am showing you. Kwabena, they will come and tell you, yeah, Atuabo gas plant. Yeah, will come now. Even when they tell you, yeah, the car power badge buy. The car power badge buy no. Now the sumu. President Kufuor started with Bui Dam, and the Bui is adding on to power. Bui is thermal, a hydro, and yet thermal. And Tiamro cast someone say me, you catch them and say, Moon to me, so would do so. Come now, say, no name me by here, and can make us a cranket your phone here because generators is soon to and then we are enjoying stable power. Even in the face of crisis, power is still on. You see, this is the legacies and the leverages we are telling Ghanaians that MPP as a party has the strength to carry Ghana on for a longer time.
All right, okay, so quick comments here. Gentleman, be sending me a message. J.K. Mensah, or say, please, I'm in Canada now. And I think Gashi is not telling you the truth. Okay, but Prophet Prophet Dennis Host sent me a message which is here. Let me check if I can get it. Of course, no say or Canada. What they do is that they stamp in and out. It's not true. Later. Okay.
Next week me buy me passport be bachelor.
Because next week me no be kwani asiaba. Kasa we can be done more baswa. Yes, we na okay ka. You know yourself. Enka ko me ko me mentra broach that. Mo na mo ko broach. Me ko hefe. Okay, so we'll be asking Kwabena, when did they start airport terminal 3 and when did they finish it? Okay. Then let me finish my test. Commander, this is not new. Every Ghanaian living abroad can return home with even travel certificate. Even when you have a travel certificate, you can use it now. Okay, so my man switch it to a year minia. Ansah, and I hope you give him the necessary said you'll see comporting one. Let's have a very nice discourse and enjoy banter. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy enjoy it. And then Friday, let's enjoy ourselves.
Kwabena topic near MPP NDC in terms of infrastructural achievement. Na mainly background. Na one kasa was set ground rules no ntia me de say obi abenya ne type nti onti bibia say na otro. Edi kan. Mehwe NDC achievement no within the context of Professor Mills ne Mampani Dada John Dramani Mahama apenso but titru now focus more on a free bra President Mahama be president in 2012. Kwabena yentimi yes our discussion we na yenyi sika ebedi obi ansem emfrim because Bible cracker say to whom much is given much is expected. Ti se okoma Kwabena obi ansa 5 cedis fa kodidwa na okoma menua megashi 10 cedis on fa kodidwa ye hwe se ye nua megashi de edwa emu odu na emu hwam ebeba achen de Kwabena obi de beba. Kwabena let me state say NDC ba 2009 yebeto eka 9.8 billion 9.8 billion na omampani kofo eja na ode maye enti ye ka se enipa bebre ta ka NDC fo ja ka 120 so what 9.8 ni free ma the etro nyina say together Professor Mills together with John Mahama bisia ye bo ye nyina in Ghana cedis na 112 billion was 120 na ye kan the total debt of Ghana as at the time I free abami in 2016. To I know yet 9.8 now. You better ye na account which make any money the total debt of Ghana abra ni free akonyaso. Ti say yes separate omampani Kuford Kana Uja no as in the 9.8 now. Then Professor Mills John Mahama total debt no 112 no mo de be kan 9.8 no ma be 120. Minimum Kwabena Watimasia. Etosu bium say me can Mahama achievement. Me ya na me can say Mahama kwenye 4 years old. Technically 3 and some few months. Well, we were in court for almost 8 months. Mahama ba for na na ye ko Supreme Court. Technically ye nyina no were on 10 oaks ye ready be see the court be kan ade. Ti for almost be 8-9 months running. Na ye ni asumdue ni focus e di buman. Enti President Mahama say e kan ho nsem bebre ni achievement ni bebra. Within the scope of just 3 years biu. And na yes MPP for almost 7 years ni 8 years meto to one home bresa no. Kwabena so what ase. Enti machre we mo wie no. Because of Amega Shianko, I wanted to also deal with the total revenue in terms of tax, which is 109. Yeah. As of 2020, now Kufuor 197. Yes. Total tax revenue now Kufuor 197 billion Ghana cedis as of 2020. Debbie, we are in 2022. I have not updated this data. Meaning say I call up. Jamaica, Esla, Jamia 3 billion. As of 2020, now Kufuor will reach 12 billion. Petroleum revenue, Mahamanya 6.4 billion. As of 2020, now Kufuor will 20 billion. Total expenditure, Mahama 149 billion. As at 2020, now Kufuor 274 billion. Menoka say your total debt stock 575 billion Ghana cedis. The last publication by Bank of Ghana. Almost ya no kran SOEs no ebesia o mabono enka ho. O de sa na 49.1 billion na abeto dwa say omkoji free Bank of Ghana ho. You are almost 620 billion. 620 billion, Kwabena. And it's also fan 575 billion, no crab minus 49.11 so Makojina. Now, 120 free man. Minister President Kufuor added 455 billion. 455 billion. And you compare 8 years of Mahama with 112 billion. And 6 years of Kufuor with 455 billion. Me pesa man 40 years ye pa. Now my establishing we we no. Minya isi okọ Kumasi a onim se ho na mefiri ana. Oto ukọ Kumasi a yanko he modern airport a ekoso. Enkwabena sa entro we me settle wa Accra FM once. We beba ba ko ye Central Market ena ba ko so ye Kumasi International Airport enu nie. The document no Kwabena Yendie parliamentary memorandum submitted by the Honorable Finance Minister. It is dated 25th July 2018. Kwabena Akufo-Addo ontimi nso saa dae no saa modern airport na ye Kumase no oso current ne be pai ne brain no John Mahama nko na betimi anya saa vision we be da for Akufo-Addo trima pie ebe blasted. Now documents no lie and where Parliament House of Record documents so Kwabena just hwe a background where baby am highlight na kan kire otifo.
Okay. All right, so page 2.
Yes.
Background information.
Yes.
2.1.
Yes.
Okay, so it will be recorded that Cabinet and Parliament of Ghana granted approval in 2016 for the development of the Kumasi International Airport Phase 2 through the following.
Yes.
A buyer credit facility agreement between the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance, and Banco Santander.
Time why establishing me phase saying 2. Phase 1 lady obi agitum say ye kran sana 2016 ba.
Yes.
Was where your document submitted by Honorable Kenoforiata. Hwedate no aba we ya na de call date ni say
25th July 2018.
Aba be na na power.
Mabai no.
Aba ben Akufo-Addo about 2018 and they took this document to Parliament and telling Parliament say the background to Kumasi Airport Phase 2 no President Mahama say ya almost 30 say omo be Kumasi Airport Phase 2 enti amegashi for the records enko gina ba bia enko wia project that Akufo-Addo ontimi so saa dae no enya vision say o resist sa Kumasi International Airport no me see e for the 3 man tibe blast and documents no lie unnim enchan Kenoforiata one now tears on them financial clearance enti untimi gadget the Kenoforiata na je to say Jo Mahama na ye Kumasi Airport Phase 2 and you a communicator sit here and say here for Akufo-Addo it can happen ebiem Kwabena when so ye Central Market also mudi tum se keje tia de ye ne no mo pese o mo yakasa himfie ba o ma gya ye no kan se o pese o mo ka se eye Akufo-Addo aban ne be ye Central Market redevelopment and so nye no kre and ye settle ni nyina wa ha we so ye Parliament document in the 3rd session of the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, report of the Finance Committee on the request for waiver of import duties, import NHIL, get fund levy, blah blah blah, and I know so they call Parliament. Kwabena, say read the background of sa facility for. Baby, I'm highlighting the yellow no.
Okay, all right. Okay, so page 2 of 7. So, point 2, background. The government of the Republic of Ghana, acting through the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, signed an EPC contract with Contractor Engineering Limited, Brazil, in 2014 to undertake the redevelopment and modernization of Kumasi Central Market and KGT Infrastructure project in 3 phases. In 3 phases. The project commenced in 2014 and was divided into 3 phases due to the following 3 reasons. So, the first reason is to maintain business continuity and reduce the impact that the construction would have in the business community. 2, to reduce the financial burden.
Was he how many phases?
3.
And Central Market.
Yeah.
And Central Market redevelopment.
Yeah.
That project name no so I will be Central Market redevelopment asani abakejetia.
Yes.
And a contractors no assessment no see there be. See e dika ko bubu Central Market impact no e be affect business because omo dozo chen omo na omo kejetia. Enti de e be say ye dikan emumu kejetia with a lesser population no. Na yen create over 10,000 stores e ma omo Kwabena. Said de e be ya then we will move the rest of the people at the Central Market near the completed. Then we can then go and demolish the Central Market area. Now, redevelopment into Abana they call Parliament for waiver no. Or say 2018 and 2016 and Mahama a year won't say. No mudi to Muzombe how many phases? 3 phases. Enti Kejetia, Ansah ba Central Market, Ansah ancillary works and also so no ya be ho. Kwabena said they make a what you say. intimacy some projects where you say so Ashanti region akufo do nim ho martin so my establishing no mamiensa airport phase 1 phase 2 onimu hwe aya kajetia onimu hwe central market redevelopment onimu hwe documents no lie amegashi na the certain standard wa ha enuni afa ebiem also yeah e-blocks to also say 23 document no way okay say obi assign obi wo ho education you see santro no munyai owura na
also document
anti on famra entro no munyai Kwabena o de mame ade na meme a wo ne me ya
how dia uba no do document
meba yanyan kakra so mepacho as awejemba
okay
Amegashi to me provide a Ghana Education Trust Fund
signed by who
mepacho nyabotre. It was signed 6th October 2022. Okay.
But what Kwabena me time ninti. What no problem.
No. Unim. Yanya na obi ahun se ono so de
document about okay.
Okay, signed by Isaac Esiedu Ode, PR officer
for
Education Ministry.
The Education Minister na kan.
Get fund.
For get fund. Get fund is now. Get fund in your authority.
Why are you?
Oh, nyabo tre.
Figures I'm giving you documentation.
No, uni. Kwabena, dia mebe ye nyina ne say. Unti, dia mebe ye nyina ne say. Oh no, no problem. You stated the number and that's all I needed. Kwabena, dia make nyina ne say time na me dey adwuma.
Don't worry.
The minister, unti, the minister for education. Eye owura Matthew Opoku Prempe on 7th March 2017 Kwabena NOE, and this is published by Graphic Online. Or say NDC built only 46 community day schools. Or say oba and the
evidence is here.
Oh, mami we Amegashi nyabutre oh.
Let's have a civil.
The project was executed under the Education Ministry.
Oh, Jai.
The project was executed under the Education Ministry. Yeah. So when it comes to an authority on the e-blocks, it cannot be Get Fund, which is a subsidiary under the Education Ministry.
Okay, so say Siano, within MPP, no, they are fighting themselves.
They are even fighting on the numbers. This is the publication. Publication.
A letter with authority.
Stop this. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this.
You allowed you, bro, don't do that.
So are you now telling me, say, Graphic Online, and your credible view? Graphic Online, and your credible view. Beba and my contact to be free, baby. And when you Kwabena, NDC built only 46 Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempedina, or Mama date. You have a phone, you can check. And ya non kwa, or can 46 in the After you, almost a buy. Say Mahama administration completed 46 e-blocks, not 29. Mesama afofro. Even within the MPP na kasa ebi mo ka 29, ebi ka 46, Amegashi ka 23. Figures in the end enfanya adu.
The document is here.
This document is not signed by the ministry. It's not signed by the ministry. No. Oh, dear TMA. No. Afa ebiem Kwabena eba health obe claim University of Ghana Medical Center. Amanfo ni nwase Kwabena. Amanfo mfere ade Kwabena. Among for Boni Wodria, University of Ghana Medical Center, Mumunim Homachi. Okay, say, near completed that. Now, omu pese omu project in Wonimunyam. COVID by no person baby. And now, Kaisa or Rajman Manu Babon Tebeka say, facilities in him. And I joy for a chile. Acquire documentary man who say facilities were na ventilators won't cry now was more than the network will boom 37.
Later, no, say generator.
No, I'm saying generator. So you see. I don't know why. You see, you're afraid to do robotic parroting of falsehood. The fact that we have political party in it, or party champion some lies and it also make you. You have a reputation, a personal reputation to protect, to make Kwabena. Usually, when I get information, I do my own private checks before my babonti ide. University of Ghana Medical Center. John Mahama Sanu Juma. Missy Mumunti so sada yano. Akufuado so ni tibe pai. Great hospital Kwabena. And also so Tamale teaching hospital expansion. And also so regional hospital. Tamale Diano ya expanded 800 bed. University of Ghana 612 bed. Regional hospital 160 bed. Bank of Ghana hospital rich diam care 420 bed. Afari military hospital 500 bed. Sewa 250 bed. In fact,
so you see where Irreject
what meba ti meba clear ho
bacho you know but what Bobie and this shas here with their hands and they finished it, right?
Complete. The question is
that is what we are talking about.
Ask the question.
That is what I'm asking. Right? Okay. So these are because Obo say we are
and you see
we are a part of
7 hospitals meba. So let me give a background. Now me clarify issues. Now, or say I'm saying nsem bia na o party kan o betena radio so anu abeka bi me wo ya megu animu ase enye obi ana so nya please
no you have said
and I'm coming to tell you why it is owned by NDC so nya abotre me ma ho jise me de oni mi sia de anu anya ja Kwabena Bobie Ansah TME power Eurojet ye nyina ya gitum say omampani kofo ani so ade hu so da ye no ti say NDC mpo wa ni mo nyam bi onu obi beta eye John Ajekum Kofo former president minim da Nanado Koso affidavit ni dini be Nanado Danko Akufo do Ajekum Kofo Kwabena da be Nanado say name e be Ajekum Kofo. You see, yes, you can't you can do something before you die. Can Nanado achievement what the other president Ajekum Kofo ayo da wie Olumai and obi waye bone Kwabena Olumai ye bone wa we ye ko for ni din dia betra abe ya manual sem abegu yo mamen kama sem mesi na nadu ni say name nya Ajekum Kofo yes ka Nanado achievement you are sitting here mentioning Ajekum Kofo ka dia Nanado ayo ni din oba omo na besia Nanado ba o ka kire Ghana for say me ba beto adoma ma adwuma so ake to aba man. You are sitting here say ena we so ba beto adwuma so nti wo do sa akọ kan bi president wo dia ade na man for say mo manifesto say mo nto aba ma me na de ma me ye na me beto aso kam wo aba mu aba wo ye so shameless o ka wo say na mo disika no ya disika since 2017 na mo ntimi nti obi then this government is very useless. See ya dia ba sika public fund and na mo ntimi nti obi then your government must be very very useless, Masa Kwabena, let me address the Eurojet issue. Eurojet omampani Kofo ne so ho dai so ye be share credit bia ye ne ora John Ajekum Kofo ene 1 2 and say ya oye ya no this sika eba amia finance project amaso because of the Arab Spring undisputed and in 2012 ora atofo sen friend odimu tintiman and ye pass a new loan Kwabena TME omampani mahama ekoye sika ye nhye for fraud with backless Absa consortium was UK draw down in your through Bank of Ghana. Now, Kwabena say obedi me adinti. Ada ye approve say scan for 7 hospitals no. Kwabena Ghana web e publish here. Na me pese o kan kakra bi mu otifuti. Me tu mra me nchiresi me tu mra mama obi.
Okay, so Parliament approves loans for 7 new district hospitals.
Date ben
16th August 2012.
Now one president.
So John Mama.
Exactly.
Parliament has approved separate loan facilities of $162 million, right?
Yes. We are messing now. Eurojet for our website as CEO no confirm.
For the construction of 7 new district hospitals. The loan agreement between the government, Barclays Bank, and her Britannic Majesty's Secretary of State will finance the design, construction and finishing of the purpose hospitals. Part of the loan facility will be used to provide an integrated IT systems which will be provided by NMS Infrastructure Limited. The project, when completed, will improve access to hospital services for rural dwellers. Several MPs have welcomed the move. MP for Inshiasu, Dr. Richard Anane, says the Ministry of Health must ensure a commensurate number of workforce for the facilities that will be put up. The structures alone cannot and will not be able to do what we are hoping will be gotten. So it goes
so on and on. Maybe Eurojet there now.
So what are your analysis?
Okay, so me pese obi beka say Ghana web for na koye propaganda. Okay, inti maybe Eurojet there and then quickly I'll deal with the rest.
Yeah.
Inti Kwabena maybe Eurojet there na enu so bien. Hospitals no kra ma mo bon wi Kwabena na je wo nsem no. Unim say ura konfo no chia on eye care center na e wo right just after the security post no. Which is one of the best in Ghana. No?
Yeah.
Professor Mills na ye. Professor Mills time. Sa I care center na hu
yes.
Prof time. Unim say Nanado be MP 12 years. No a cabinet minister for 7 years. na ne krom che bi na nsuo ni ho John Mahama ya amega city a ohoro ne sa no on the 5 town water project na che bi ka ho ene mo potable water 5 town, and in fact the biggest water project John Mahama pond water project only the amount of water produced a day 40 million gallons per day 40 million gallons per day and on the back cancel sa ko 4 gallon yellow tell me say mega in term a single water project ni scope ti say we on tell me if you did pass 700,000 e Ghana okay in fact okay the total water projects are you access to water ni pass 7 million na benefit here under NDC me say me time unti me same ye total hospital project under health no ye are there 6,000 new beds 6,000 new beds 6,000 new beds. I mean that's in seven. I'm record the baby.
300
200 6,000 for time maybe bobo under security in 2012 you buy no numerical strength 23,204 2014 na Mahama shoot no 32,117 and a year UN for omo police to population ratio no yemiti almost standard which was 1 to 500. Now me content them kakra because of time. Now cars are not omo ye aye buy e beto edema wo aye 1,424 emu 1,089 and na e tundra na that time ye de buy Mahama time ye de buy your friend high performance vehicles said be armed robbers nam kwa so as aka jawum be 7-8 cylinders obesan ho obechew. In fact fire tenders 2012 na Ghana ha nyina ye 80 ye to 206 and the count okay say Professor Mills time Bobie wo there na odi mu akotene pa and nya fire tenders ana atwede wo so atimi eye na ekosoro na udum jan kwa na so okay omo ba ebu so omo say no mo di aka ho police send there no maya mo Kwabena Bobie Ansah me say come anima me de ma no ba besi no in terms of infrastructure Kwabena me mount numbers kg in terms of blocks alone kg you see 1,347 kg blocks over basic schools at say 3 unit classroom block 6 unit classroom block Kwabena between 2010 and 2016 yesterday 2,939 and you complete 2,031 Kwabena team hey ye pa figures we hu hia megasi enko omo track no so no challenge me JSS blocks Kwabena JSS blocks you see 1,129 completed JSS blocks you see 1,129 completed now SHS blocks you see 1,000 and you 180 dormitories 1,000 SHS blocks 180 dormitories community day schools no dey so no figure no dada so I wouldn't waste my time University of Health and Allied Sciences when is here there what bono when is here there also many and when is here
say so many almost one
but say we you see you unti me bati
they never built so many
Kwabena Bobie
evidence is there
me say mabusa question who for do share boss oba oba dey Mahama start here
oso oba ba ye ne dia
besia oboye no besia ono abo no o dey aye dey account for the money you are borrow
okoji sika na wudia
you see meba Although not here can chip no can chip compounds. Kwabena, you see 1,600 chip compounds. 1,600 chip or representative minister be please. Oh, 1,600 chip compound. What you say? 22 polyclinics. And a Professor Mills see 10 before he died. Or the can 32 polyclinics. District hospitals maku 14. Regional hospitals, na institutional hospital, Bank of Ghana, University of Ghana Medical Center. Kwabena, medemanu si kra. Kwabena housing, Saglemi, 1,504. Yeni certain realities, PPP project, and your friend Namibia Estate, 204,000 units. Keta Sea Defense Wall Project, Kwabena housing unit, na ekahono, 836. Kwabena police for edan ya na
so ye na family wa
agba omiako commission ye no 504 ye na start ye ba omiani mu hwe Kwabena medemanu si on railway medemanu si mawie sa kwadwo krom secondary takrade de 175 kilometers no eno John Mahama nsano adwuma tatema pakadan project na omo ka no ɛno so so yɛ John Mahama Ansah no adwuma 94 kilometer $398 million loan ne ɛgye yɛ me pɛ so on challenge me na me nkyerɛ no source of funding for that project no Kwabena aviation terminal 3 Kwabena Kumasi Airport, Tamale Airport. I wanted to deal with it. Tamale muni mo hwe. On treo time mo approval loan.
All right.
The only year me credit you mo eye Sunyan.
Yeah.
Sunyan die amega shi unyan right. But Tamale Kumasi Airport. DMU. Airport.
Okay, so this is how we do politics. When you see say and you rightly say so.
Oh yeah, I didn't get Amegashi abono, but Sunya de Ayomwa.
But remember back to Amegashi, so that a baby or person clear or betting a clear quick.
Governor, Medasibio, Sir Wasanda Matuso. Now the truth of the matter is, when you look at and someone Miniasa for Jebo Bosso and the claims he lays allegations to. So Oko Jessica at the best Odi Beye Juma. Na wanye jumanoa. You don't expect that when the work is completed, you lay allegations to it. Say, mena me ye, ina mena maye, ina mena maye. Because we were here when we saw NDC under several occasions or abandoning projects na aban for starting. We were here when we saw them took money into projects that were irrelevant. Uncle Fanfas will be our armor. Ain't you know, I am a nigger saw boss meaning and near my office some two sick woman who went to me am a boss. But Kwabena, dear any can woman in a say. And you ma or can ye na or show 14 no. You ma or your monsaki kaye, a janus, yes. I know all bonny bosso, a frese, Yanni has started, or be dream who, or been to me yet. And obi dream who ni tribe pie the na ni trim pie no na nko start here no na yeso nya hu ni so ahudi hu say obi wie we left power mini awoka say no wa men kasa yo so free oye wa juma tro kan Ghana for na beto abetia
so Amega the point ni say okay nanado achievement and say wa be complete John Mahama
Kwabena
that's what I want to know.
That is what you are asserting.
Okay.
Say a woo any swadi hunu anadia woo no.
Okay.
Kwabena say aban bi ba na make a choice say.
Na so be hu bi no o
ya. Kwabena Ghana enye party dia wo.
Okay.
The SOTSM that mediocre of an argument and mediocre of comparison Ghana enye party dia. Ghana yetimamufuo eni ya chichiro man dia mom. Sene ye be ya timamufuo ebenya ho hare. Enti Ghana ya hawa ye woni nyina ne say party bia kwahye ba bi say me ba de mani no akwaji sika no aba no troka oja wono mo a aban bi ba no de ne saka obi te ba bi o se ye dia. If you do that, how do you see development? Enka Kwame Nkrumah ne mo start ye nyina se to aso a enka Ghana ki o ba bi away. So that kind of mediocre of an argument. Some na me kwa start here, na me na maba be wie, na wo no waba be wie ntinya wo dia, wo dwene wo ntumi nwia. Say ye ba na ye de yensa kwakeka eni ama ni bi. Na ye ntumi anwie de wo ho no a, nka Ghana nka ye gina ye ABC. Nka kwan bebre wo ho no mo a, emra ye nua mu twa so mu gya no, bese na wo fa so anka nanka safogye ntumi nhya atade amfa mba ha no. Nka ye gya sa kwan no bese no a, amfa kota mu so no a, nka na safogye ko nhya atade ma ama na atade antifita. And no one quota so say no the aba. Emro mu twitwa kwan no mu gya na bese, go mu grade o mu gya na bese no. Na e man krofo kata na mo kɔ hospital no se sa kwa no sie gya ne sa nkene minia
akum student so
minia
make I was able to twa no mo friends ya
so minia say yegusu aye
so Amega you bet me am the figure say okay so with rules this is what we have done and all that.
Kwabena me facts no hunting. Let me get it for you. I have it right here.
No problem.
Maybe I made a buy. I think I'll be looking for it.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Kwabena, you see, Auntie, what we should understand. And it's a Kwabena ye buy a crime be brave or honor Kwabena. We are friends Eastern Corridor rules. yenya ex-president Mahama ejina parliament on Sona several times. There be a Eastern Corridor rules, and then you can testify to the nature of rules.
How many kilometers?
Kwabena, and I make a choice. I will get you there. But the evidence are there. Kwabena, most interchanges that we have done. The almost kikaya went to me and Kwabena, almost circle Dubai interchange. I almost found Sophia free, Nigeria. Ebe jina so betwitwa picture the success katwitwiri die e de man ko Nigeria no Kwabena, the money they spent on Circle Dubai interchange could do 4 of same interchanges. 4 of same interchanges. And to Kwabena, for me, my joy is that and na ye tnani ye di Ghana nkomo a ye di Ghana nkomo se ye nya omampani a even though he has to his own project, he has project that he has supervised the completion and is currently active and working.
I'm not against the fact, say, Ebia, you mentioned STEM, which I know Kufado vision. Yes, when to be mentioned.
You was a for Jewa and a letter from.
Can I finish? I went to be on Bobie, but my question now, like say, oh. Nanado project is 6 years or shall say we
come now anything I make a say.
No, I agree.
What kind of argument now who lay basis to
I agree the Okano. What I'm coming to say. So going forward, say no more campaign for 2024. Are you going to tell the people say more the projects in Kwana movie? Which is good. Which is good.
So what is your thinking?
It's good.
I'm surprised. What is your thinking? Your thinking was that Ghana for Ayashe project amom na bebo no. Ye ba ye major project nto ho. Na de ye betumi awie no. Ye nya nto se ye kose bi before frase. Is that the kind of Ghana you want to build?
Okay.
Because I'm surprised. If you get John Mahama who want to leave abandoned projects and go and start projects you not finish. And we want to go in that repetitive circles. And you see and do baby.
So which is not Keta port no then can come of vision.
Kwabena, evidence of what we have done is what I'm telling you. What John Mahama before Kraja projects when he came he didn't complete. You what John Mahama or no set kufodi ni project tatua or then a drawing satu or person yanwa or see okwaji sikaba 2012 no says he cannot kwaji buy and crowd went to me a new project no.
Okay, so which means Keta port in the next government after MPP should continue.
Which of course we are the next government who will continue.
Sharp. Just a minute. Just 1 minute.
Asema yene yenua megashi kan wonti ase mame san situating yi. John Mahama ne Mills buy. Ombebo ombo besi 112. Eno ho accounting ena Kwabena yi.
Were we supposed to come and debate on loans that we have taken? If that was the issue, we would have done prepared on those aspects.
They can't
match those things.
No, it was not part, but those
projects they left uncompleted that we say
no problem. But Muka said one of the reasons the two Mahama say wa Bobie dodo. Emma Dr. Baumiaka says sika wa haye Mobisia. Yes, enti me kyerɛw sɛ sɛ obedi Mahama atem so wa Bobie the odi sika na yɛ nso wɔ se yɛhwɛ ne yɛkyerɛw ti sɛ Mahama ne me together o amega si ma me kama sɛm
o Sophia akɔfa ne ba so cheers kama
enti waka ni nyina ma me nkame de me 1 minute per me wi sisia enti sɛ Mahama ene me together 8 years
Friday me person Friday we baby
enipa mienu mfie nwɔtwe ɛbɔ obesia 100 Kwabena ti o enipa o amega si ma me kama sɛm Magnesa. Kwabena enfie nwɔtwe Kwabena tie onya okonkon so Kwabena tie onipa nwɔtwe besia ye 112 eno no man ko na ma kyerɛ bebrebe
ena nyama na kyerɛ bebrebe
utimi wie o Akufuado abo besia 455 billion account ya wo se mo de to Mahama project so Kwabena ete say Mahama ya mo master say Mahama na ya master
you see that becomes a mediocre argument that becomes shallow argument shallow argument if you leave projects unattended and unti Ghana retrogress here if you see government continuing projects,
it can be public debt.
It can be to you.
Public debt. Wouldn't say Tamani change no. A grant from JICA. Kwabena one fonti. Wouldn't say
time is
Tamani wouldn't say
Kwabena we left them several projects over the
2013 years.
We left them several projects over the Kwabena, I'm not president. Now our top project.
All right. So okay. All right. So that the point is yeah, I'm coming live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. It's unfortunate to send me time extra emergency. I dare to also it's unfortunate my time no after I'm for sending me messages, but you see Estera Bones and Therapy Center okase mu dompemu ebu Ghana ni bia wo je eye Bobie dibia no tie me yi ma dompemu mbu na mfa nko baabi mesrew chiro number we to okra Ansah na me refi 020 068 5386 mebwa 020 068 5386 na what you know to a throw 059 3632 446 059 3632 446 Omo Awosha Brantier bus stop. You're from Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Me pewoma sem papa. If soma bing Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Mesrel udompe mu abua yenko wo mo siesio ama ho ato papa. Flora tissues. We say the Flora disposable handkerchiefs aba. Facial towels, toilet rolls, multi-purpose towels and napkins in our the biaba. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Say Top Choco, where Nibia no yayo, CD Herbal Center so. Yedomase pa. Courageous are joining me in the studio. Kwabena, oh, but it's so sad. Anyway, so Asante Poache, my dear assemblyman, is with me here in the studio. Kwabena, Akwaba.
Kwabena.
Boko there.
Oba dia dum.
Yamiado Boko. And then I can say yeah community and I think me produce and almost say me movement. Because one project in Asante Mampong. Sure. Then Yankebe dim come out about Asante Mampong in general terms. Because at this time, community discussions. We talk about what is going on in our communities. Mamprobi school be a omojayasi omunyusu. And I want to show you the Mamprobi one before we come to the other issues. Quick one. So young come Mamprobi. Mamprobi Ablekuma Central. And school near the Dineway. Minim so who okay, so let me school Dineway. Yeah. Kwame, me producer almost see for how long?
From 2012 2013.
I almost see that.
Yeah, no see.
Dineway.
They said
and as we speak, school no use.
School no use.
Omo use building.
The omo use building.
And a building is was
yes, and is yours, sir.
Na say say you.
Aye. Oko ofi really good now come and probia. Won senifa salvation. Honum obeko GSS wall brand wall.
Okay, so mucha old buildings no fry.
Yes,
old buildings no kra yabu agu.
Krebu. Meanwhile they almost see esi ona.
Eye mono no.
Mono na e wan won de no. Omo man kla nkom.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, okay, I feel na be okay. Okay, in the 2012 2013 and almost see project no.
The mentality Okovana po yes. Omo mu nse na yeko wia ne papa.
Yeah.
Papa ni wia. Jo yi free ho no mu no. Gini ya nse nka omo aye wie no. Papa ni na be mu vu. E da ko. Since omo si ye no. Nka ni nkom.
Anyway, Kwabena, these are some of the issues. Yeah, I don't know. A very sad situation though.
Kwabena, mamini kan mama tiefo ajo. Ghana ma ajo na mema asanteman so ajo titiri asanteman po. Kwabena video we aya na aya asefem. Say you be see dan ya see from 2013 up to date. Na yen kodan. Bu say we say die enti na dan ni si ho na sikufo. Enye dey enko dan nim enko tremu nsua de na emum edan ni si ho no eche timi busa mpani for education service for no na ebusa say die ntina edan ni so ebia si wo say ebia yesi ho na ebia enwie ye say nipa be
okay so every Emmanuel any no asend was say we eka millennium schools no msisi ye no we eka ho project we eka ho
so now what is the basis at school dan ni so no nipa nko is there any reason to that?
Mona mo ye ho adwuma so explanation be money school no kasae almost say money school no kasae
ye ne ye reporter call no ni school ni kasae no almost munim reason bia bane mom enkwani nkom
omuni reason but hono is under education service more busa education service
yes you try I contact over and go through.
Then, but reporter and me am picking a feed from a school no one interview headmaster no.
I'm gonna say, they are new. Hence, you need much information about it.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Come on, let's Ghana Education Service. Say as a matter of urgency. As so much money correct. Na adikudu bi a si ho kwan say enkrane betimi use such a facility no. Omumpa ho asem ni because sika aban sika ne de asi won ndi se jama na si wa ma no so aba besen na ko se wi ya sa ko pesi ka foforo ne sa de ko bo ho bra
but I think say Kwabena Roger I think say Ghana for a too timid unim say enras and ansane say now follow me Islamic school no a omo ka bo obi wo school nanimu a ye ma police for ko bu omo when you say 1 year ni obia omo enye speed ramp no your headmaster they say on kasa as wo ye papa
one kasa say o kasa
I don't know
obi betwe abasi ni so abo no anase obi ana na djuma be free
I don't know
but some kasa see original minister ko share bo say ni manimu ye speed ramps ni ade no be mo adwuma adi afi aba regional minister we to anamon ana wa free highway engineer abusan say adwuma na o ka say obeye no because sikufo omutwam abire bia day in day out and even is it any signpost to be on ma actually say even opera school na driver ni
nothing urada ampare de ahoma na koto kwemu but on e dey no obetumi aye say bepemene omunye speed ramp no
oti akosi come na kroma anom no say enkrofo bi ho aye ti omuka ni mu adwuma e dey ache omun say omuye no nya hu adwuma no omuye because say asemasi now highway engineer regional minister abaho aba shebo say that say and say mbre say I see yes speed ramps and said ebe see further occurrences. That's still so it shows you the kind of people or the country you are living in. There is a leadership paralysis. Penidie o krumano a touchima.
Ajiegu.
No. A touchima. Because say penimua oh now that region no. One Makavia said that's it, and I say speed ramps ewa na besine na even crazy ya kura no me musa say regional minister and I say education minister kura no wasa ko school ho biem kura de na akwa akwhwe de ekoso ho ana I think say the people, the leaders of this country, and that's more. They must be up and doing because
some probe issue. I don't know when they are going to solve it. Assemblyman, I don't know when they are going to solve it.
Now, what many assemblyman or one in
Tracy will get in touch with. I will say for all of a sudden will be a councilman who's through. Minima de Cruntia say abino no musro no. Say why no musro no. I don't get it. Minim also are experiencing the same thing now.
You see, individual differences. Me who the entire and what say a bit is assemblyman. A man for Nyajidie
which you are one.
I'm one. In Nyajidie you muni kosa lie. A 2 abama say G ko nekosi and not the obi and konekoka. Na normally nko come the man basan so obi ko ye no kwakọ ye amanyosem e wa assembly ho. Yesu yenim say assembly member adwuma bi no enya amanyosem ne ye ne ho no. E non partisan. Nti so ko do assembly ho na fi say bia wo party A party B nti wa ban na wo so nti ne nema bi wo no say ko chema kra na say wo nka onya o man na wo ha no enya ayi wa manyoko no oye o man ni nipa na wo serve wo mo no e na wo to wo ha wo mo because about mo to ye ma wo no enya NDC fo nko na say enya MPP fo nko na e de e to aba ma wo ye nyina ne ka bom ne to aba ma say ko nti wo ko na say wo school dance wo say wo kwan enye wo light enye na say wo de wo say aban na me soft spot no me ko kan e be gu aban no finti me nka de ya comfortable ni sikro baba etimbi
because way I don't know minim the MP ni ebe ya fa ho and I don't know brother Dennis so say so kasa o mu be gwa no so now Mamprobi Salvation Army School under radar menya sure say bibi potin wo at least headmaster ne microphone ko betumi abusa Ghana Education Service say oh de ba asem na AC as to say o mo ba be ye ho adwuma na say o mo nya because say baby ankola ne te no hwe video ni ya ebu agu fam kra o
ena dan mu no susi wo
omo atantare wo
it doesn't make sense and say animanimu ya mpanifo a omo hwe say municipal say metropolitan say district education officer on say animanimu ya enuru du adam say o fi de kase yesu de nipa dodo na etie ntina
menya sure so omo be fi as to why I don't know but minim
come on say we have to be information be for every bano and the kind of seriousness e fa no don't forget say Accra FM here of the citizen show show e kwa chiripa na nipa titu ntina na abepie wani media me sure say nuru juada no na ehun asem
because it doesn't make sense to me
no at all
it doesn't make sense so almost yes when I say all this while untimi nye bibia emfamfa ho I mean anyway let's close this chapter and we are ready to move on. Nanke I see a year achemade ajuma kakra and unfortunately am say bit me defer to Monday so that we can work on it, we can have more,
because achemade you know idea hard and kanu uri en kamande nka uyi video no kakra bi ma tie fo hwe ya
okay
nan komu hwe because menya assembly ma yentua meka sitting allowance kura me committee to be a din se me sabeka but enam pepa a me wo ma me bro no ne me manfo nti na me ama keka me sasi I make it that kind of bridge 120 feet metal foot bridge 80% complete.
Oh yeah, time
me in 2019 2 years in it 2019 2 years down the line
but now almost gone.
And kura etwa ko school I want no man su ato omu tietie aboa so no makọ school a teacher fo omu kwakọ kira de tietie aboa so nsu ato omu bitima for kura to nsu no ensu besi ne ya bomb ayi assembly fo abo MP say ade 80% assembly member abo me ho modin ayi 80% 20 na kwakọ dane bo achi bedi ko kan mini MP o sa na say minister of foreign affairs o se finance
but so ni nyina na MPP mu
amini nyina na MPP mu
We MPP.
Me MPP.
So Muntimi nkasa mfa ho. Me ba mama video no one. Mama just one pair. Na me nya ho adwuma sisia.
Me ne na kasa. Ho aka. Na unim de tole bia na de tan ya abufu no say. Party ni ewo me tole bia obi so support me. Enti no o hia bibia me nya ma because of support me.
So only MP nin kasai.
Me na kasa upa me the message be send na me the picture me dey yin send no. Na me fam na wo de wa answer wo de ma me no. Wa kama tie for no ntie bi. Nya sa bi obi ka se bi ma betena se na me gu no hu fi. Enti me so wa o kan de na nya. They will testify.
So Kwabena, okay, this is Asantuma Assembly assemblyman and an MPP man, but David Apostle, this is a very tough situation.
Yeah,
very tough.
Very. And you see, the saddest thing is that we lead to the Mampo market. School.
Oh, I see.
Until Wednesdays now, omu IGF revenue no. Even and now the General Assembly. MC General can say internet generated fund. We are able to mobilize 80%.
Kwabena, Monday, all right, okay. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic for. Give us herbal for ewo fiase odi for ewo ha say obeba baba ye enwo adwuma. Give us herbal center odi yanko
mate abusia enanwumre mama yemfa encha kese emfa emamo ewo Accra 100.5 ewo ebra Citizen Show ade ababegu ewie na say ene enwumre na say yemfa eya apomuden pa no ene yentumi emfa mamo ebra ye kwakodi weekend na ena akwakọ efiade de se wodwen ebusua no ho ne edi kan wodwen ebusua no ho wie na wo hwɛ se apomuden pa no eye wahia de a na se watumi ahwɛ na edropa bia ehia se odima wabusua ena afi na apomuden pa betumi aba ebusua no nyinaa mu no eno ena ye edroba akopa me no wa ka se no eye ehahama kwan so no yede afa eye abafu nim de kwan so ne yede emamo ntena nwumre odifo ya Charles medin chakase ena de emamo ede efi Givers Herbal Center akachi ena nwumre mo amutie Accra 100.5 se eye taxi mo se ye trotro mo angasa mo fie konkwanu ase offices ani baby bia no ena akwakọ ye fie ada die mesro ma memo apomudin entumi engina brane na memo apomudin entumi nkonkan emfa emma wo na enkomo ba me no obedi ena anwumre no mesa de ya homa trofo de atodwa se ba ne se ne maka nyina chi na wante ase na ebia osampankyire mu bi anampo se opa bebi obetumi anya aduro no bi ato wakoto aduro no bi nso na opa se ne obetumi afa no nso a ebre na edon nyina no eyade a Givers Herbal Center eya na ya krado pese ye nimu edi insawoso ebre na edon nyina na nanwumre yi mame mbisa wo se wapomuden no anye bia no so sen ene sifate wo ye oba wo ye bema wakwa di empem agro bi ema me no e kase no ede eye infection bi etumi ede abreo ana se eye sexual transmitted diseases bi ena me no e kase ababa kudo eye widie no ema na chi widie na boso ame no kase no utu ho na mo bia na enyeye enemu yare ben na me no kase wakwa fafa ba ana se infections bempo ena me nua ba me nua bema me no e kase edi unya ene nwumei mo akoma nto yem ezan say give us cyber center yɛde yanga se yɛma mu hahama ɛne dubenai ɛna Dr. Solomon Kwabi ɛde nam abɛɛfo nimdeɛ kwan so ɛna wɔde ayɛ aduro kama de abɛdwama nso amene wɔka sɛ FDA fo agye yɛnduro no nyinaa tumu sampa ɛyɛ sɛ etumi adidi dwuma na na nwumre sɛ infections yade ɛha wo na ɛtetew infections deɛ meba mempɛsɛ mɛbɔ bidin ɛsan sɛ dɔɔso menkɔbɔ obi deɛ na minyo obi deɛ na mmom no ne ɛbɛyɛ ensen na hɔ ɛbɛkyerɛ sampa infections ɛyɛ ade a me no ɛka sɛ wɔ widie no mu ɛmmoa mapɔmde no ɛnkɔnkan anampo sɛ ɛnam yare bi ɛtetew no ensen na hɔ na wobɛhu no bi ɛninie so woyɛ bɛrima na me no ɛka sɛ ɛnsoasoa bi ɛtae ɛbɛ google bɛrima ho ɛnea wotumi dwia na ayɛ sɛ tuu na afei deɛ ɛyɛ ɔhe na ɛyɛ ɔdɛ na ɛsɛ ɛberɛ na ɛberɛ nyinaa na aka me ayɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ade a wode bia no pɛ sɛ wodwie mesrɛw memfa nje fans ɛyade ɛyare na wota adwia won se babedu baby no ɛbabe ha sɛbi obɛma no ɛno nti na ɛsɛ otu ho na montam na wopɛ kyira kwan sɛ na betumi aboa ma me no ɛka sɛ no sa atwie ne adwie ne nyina no ɛte betumi atwa woyɛ bɛma na ebi a wonya ngoro mpam yɛ woni ɔbaa bi ankɔ mpam yɛ na mmom no ɛyɛ na nsuo bi taa bɛsensensen so bɛma na no a mesrɛ otu ho na mɔ ɛno akyire woyɛ bɛma na ebi a me no ɛka sɛ no ɛbrɛ so sɛ bi a wobɛgu nsuo na wo nsuo gu ho ayɛ den ama wo deɛ no wobɛkyema ansa na aba obi nso deɛ wɔ hɔ a ɛnyɛ sɛ wɔbɛkyem wobɛgyina hɔ na emu apae mienu ebi nso wɔ hɔ no ma ebi kura tumi fɛ mu ɛda ɛno kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ prostate no ɛna me no ɛka sɛ no ɛho yɛ aba asɛm ɛnsɛ tumi ho anamo waduro a mekamfo de ama wɔ na nwumere no ɛyɛ Givers GC mixture ɛna afei Givers GC capsules misrɛw aduro mienu yɛfa ne mienu nyinaa no ɛde bɔ mu ofa GC mixture no ɛna afei Givers GC capsules no na wɔnum de abɔ mu sɛ na betumi aboa ɛma adwuma no atumi akɔnkan na woyɛ ɔbaa na me no ɛka sɛ obusom ya so da bia me ka sɛ otwede ampo basa ya dom nam ninim de ɛne na adwene ne nyansɛm bɔ wiase no wɔyɛ de si wɔ sɛ busumi bia no ɛnafo anso ɛwɔ mu no ɔbaa ensuo ne mogya yɛ di umu afusane no ɛsɛ saa mogya fin no ɛnafo anso ɛwɔ busumi bia mu no ɛyɛ na ɛbɛsen kɔ abɔnten sɛ ɛbɛtumi aboa ma mogya foforo asan ba widie no mu na ɛtumi adi ntiri no afusane na woba na woyɛ no ɛtumi asipi asita na ahoɔden ɛtumi aba wo mu na sɛ wodeɛ no ɛmma ne saa na ɛnte saa wodeɛ no ɛnafo anso no ɛnso a bisa ho sɛ ɛna hodo na aka no saa mogya fin no ɛyɛ hene kokogo obi de wɔ hɔ ɛba dɔnhwɛ aduonu nan obi nso deɛ wɔ hɔ a ɛne ɛba nansa ɛba nanan na etwa ebi kura ba ɛba no ɛnafo no emienu pɛ bisa sɛ ɛnanum ɛnanan ne ɛnan miɛnsa na aka no saa mogya na me no ka sɛ adokoro widie no no ɛhe na ɛkɔ ɛno na wobɛhu na ɔbaa bi nafu ayɛ dɔhwee na afei de asɛ ne shape ne nyinaa ayɛ bibibi na ayɛ kɔsoro kɔbɔ na asɛ mesrɛw bɔmmɔden na ɛbrɛ ne ɛdɔn nyinaa bosumi bia saa mogya fin no ɛmmɛsen mɛnka sɛ omi me deɛ ɔyɛ normal ɛyɛ a menya ne 3 days mbatwɔ ɛnyɛ saa ɛna ɔbɔ adeɛ no bɔɔ no ɔse ɛnafo anson 7 days enti ɛkwan biara so no ɛsɛ wotumi ɛma no ɛso 7 days na sɛ wodeɛ nte saa mesrɛ wotu ho anɔma kɔ herbal shops pharmaceutical shops ɛna afei Lansing's chemical shops ahodoɔ nyinaa na kɔpɛ Givers GC mixture ɛna afei Givers GC capsules ɛno na ɛbɛboa wo ma no di waka gyina mu enti ɔbaa bi a ebi a wɔn nso deɛ no ɛnyɛ saa na ɛteɛ wo deɛ no ɛyɛ menstrual pains unsa no ubu no pɛpɛɛpɛ na mo nso yawdeɛ ɛwɔ mu obi nso deɛ wɔ hɔ a me no ɛka sɛ wo deɛ no nso deɛ sɛnea mede kanka ɛtwitwe sɛ yɛ disorders no mesrɛw ɛnsɛ buo no ɛmu nsɛm dɔɔso nti na ɛbrɛ nyinaa no yɛkyerɛw sɛ Givers GC mixture ɛna afei Givers GC capsules no ɛyɛ general well-being ɛboa ma nipadua no wakwa no wuntire no baabi bia no ɛma no esipi ma ɛpamo yare ahodoɔ bia ɛnti mesrɛ bɔmɔden na akɔpɛ sɛ ɛduro no abi wo nso a woyɛ ɔba na bia wo nsa nnia baabi ta fififi wase nsuo bi na ebi no ayɛ sɛ akatoa na tete totɔ na yeyi ɛbrɛ bia sɛbi wobɛkɔ akɔ sɛ wo sesa ho bia no na nneɛma bi afififi wase yɛ ba no mesrɛ men fan je fans yare ebetumi aba se wonkonya no infection kwan so se bia janan bia hudo bia na se be bia oni nkrofo te amama te no ho na akonya na se nam and infections ahudo bia how ana se enam yare bia wa onim se enam yare wa nam no o check ho o hwe body no o hwe wo ba no na enwie peye na enka bi se bi etafififi ho ba to ho anamo kwana kope givers GC mixture and have a givers GC capsules eno ene betumi aboa na me no weka se etumi giwa kaginemu na bibia no etumi akonkan enti no ko herbal shops ahudo bi e wo man kanemu ene mpo amanone ahudo nyina no obenya givers enu pa bi e wo hono licensed chemical shops ahudo eduro no bi wo sanso ena pharmaceutical shops ahudo nyina etwese o man kanemu no ade a obetumi anya givers GC mixture and have a givers GC capsules no etumi ade ama na me no weka se na etumi aboa ma na de weka ginemu na bibia no etumi akonkan na enanwumre me no ewie no ma me mfa ho enko na emema no nso no mu mpem agrodie ena weekend yi ena fie meme ene ne kwasi da nsa na baba adwum no se otumi sepa ho se otumi edi agro e won pem me nkopɛ kwati kwan bia so nkopɛ eduro bi nkekansie ni nka so dabi mehu yanka de na aka eche empanifo se edidi dawo hoi eyese edidi preko se wo benum eye givers P capsules na tumi amma wagina so ntem na watumi agina so ampa na watumi apem adi agro mpem na wawurawura na afro miwura na wagodie ene mpem agrodie tumi aso ni na konkan ntino kona kope givers P capsules eno na betumi edi ekagina mu men kope eye nno bi mfam fran ga so wetwi ni pa mesrew afia kakra o wenim no ebe ha obema no obi kura wo ho a onfa ye mpo no ene erectile dysfunction emanimu ase na ayesiniti ase na ayese boho na esa wa fere eno no obi nso de ho ha opeja kase ni kawon ode boss ahuru na ne trap na chibela ona ka ekọ no eye premature eye ejaculation besere bomodin na kope givers P capsules eno ene be boa na me no ka se wadi wekagina mu na wa kokko ni amama nso ta ha obi de ho ha wona so obi de ho ha wona nim obi de ho ha ni minimu obi nso de ho ha woni sisi ni nyina no eye givers co capsules ena me kan for dem me cho say edroi eye yanga say mamu hahama ena afede ndubina ena eye yenam animdie kwan so de afa mfidie mu ema FDA for jade atomu say eye ade eye eboa enti bomodin na ko herbal shops pharmaceutical shops ni licensed chemical shops ahodo nyina na ko pe givers co capsules ena afa givers P capsules misraw say dro wenso ye num ni mienu ade bomu ebra ye tutu koko na ase ene wa mama na ase no na ahohoro eye intini no mu na moja na etumi adi afusane na ananse bia wo na wo sese eta checheche owi de ne bebi bia ya eta titiritiri ni nyina no me no weka se no moja na adi afusane wo ntini no mu na afede ni padua kwa no etumi ahehan ne ho na ebre ne adon nyina no ahoden ne apomuden pa no etumi aba nti uto givers P capsules na onya givers co capsules no boma na wanom na anase wafa ede abom se ne betumi aboa ama na ya adwuma no ede ama kama ye pa na nti ananwumre ebra wo digwa ede akofie ebra wo ye wo shopping kofie no bomodin na pe givers P capsules and have a givers co capsules ne di se adwa no bi nso fa kogogu fie wo wi ano pe givers GC mixture and have a givers GC capsules na no so de aka ho na wakwa tutu infections ahodo bi e ha ebusua no ena eja wo faase na nakanso ena afede awo obi bia no na etumi aboa anase enam yarewa bia me no weka se ene de edu akaginemu a me no weka se no etetew na ya atepue no ebre na edon nyina no givers de ebre ni da so asa ebre abasamtu aba ebre aya waya boho no eno ne yebam ne yede arekekere ene nkurahye esan ede brewo na ebre ne edon nyina no yepese ye ne customers din sawoso na bia ne ma ba kirekire mu ha onni nti ase bi na wo pese onya nti ase edikan na ekonkan no bomode na afre givers herbal center ewa homatrofi amede ebrewo no so bia wo pe bia obenya ye ndro no bi so ato anas wakoto edro no bi ene bia wo pese na obetumi anom no so a ene efre yen ewa homatrofi so 0543 22 2470 0543 22 2470 and have a 0501 556828 and you may me the mubesi ewa hanom na me sorry so de ya de akra 100.5 and you may aka nka say and ya de to aso e de ama montene me jamu e de ama ya mini ya be ma kechire ani wolai na afede ni aka no wo me de ato aso ama mo